two receivers left and two to the right. Jeffrey Selby in the backfield with him. Looking to change the play, taking a long look at his wristband. Calls the signals, takes a snap, turns around, fakes to Selby. And he was looking to throw that here to Xavier Brown. There was some miscommunication. Nobody there. So fastball's incomplete. Hustles in the last minute again. Quick wide, it's three wide receivers left, and the right, Selby in the backfield with him. Barnhart sends Xavier Brown in motion. He's going to turn around and put send it back in motion. He rolls out left. Barnhart's looking up the field. He's got number 6. It's Darius Smith on the completion. No, they're going to say he did not stand in bounds. So the ball is incomplete. So it's going to go back and it's going to bring up third down. And that's going to bring up the first Tony Wood to do third down tonight. So it's an opportunity to get the ball out of Lester Pitcher's hands.
Decent, hopefully field position.
Same formation, two receivers to the left, one to the right, out of the shotgun. Yes. Barnhart takes a snap, he drops back to pass. He's looking, he's got courage, and that looks like Jacob Greatbill is going to come around the outside, and he's going to get a sack on Barnhart. He never saw him coming. So a big sack, big stop by the Briar Jumpers defense. Going to bring up 4th and 15 and force the Eagles to punt. So well, exactly what we needed, Robert.
Exactly what we needed, and you couldn't have got it at a better time. You know, you needed a stop on third down and a sack that actually backs up the chains about 10 yards, well, 8 yards or so, and improves field position to start off for Kay Grundy on this punt return.
So Andrew Dobbs is going to drop back deep to punt it. Kay Grundy standing on his own 20-yard line ready to receive it. It's a low snap. Dobbs gets it off. It's a nice spiral kick right to the 15. Kay's going to take it right there, come across the 25, and he gets wrapped up. And there's a gang tackle of the Eagles right there to bring him down. But after a big stop on defense, the Briar Jumpers are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 25 and have their first chance to put points on the board.
That's the danger of this LCA team. When they talk about speed everywhere, that defensive squad on the special teams was downfield on top of Kay Grundy quick. They're going to have to be able to hold their blocks and play a little better to get some positive yardage on special teams. However, you're starting them on the field at about the 24, 25-yard line, so you can't really complain about the first drive of the game starting from there.
So Kaya brings the Jumpers out of the huddle. He's got two receivers to the left and one to the right. Got Kay Grundy in the backfield with him to start off. He's going to take the snap. He's going to try. He's going to hand it off to Kay on sweep, and he just loses his footing right there at the 25. Wasn't a whole lot of room there for him, but he's going to go down. A short loss of about 2 on the play is going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Field conditions are probably going to be a little tough. If you're outside or anywhere near the outside, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a light, I don't know if that's dew, fog, or whatever you want to call it, settling out on the field. It's going to make the field conditions kind of slippery, and we're finding that out early.
First time the Briar Jumpers played on natural grass in a while. They've gotten used to this turf, and now they're back here in natural grass. So we're going to see what happens. So we got another stoppage of play. The referee's talking about it. Decided everything is all right. They're going to wind the clock. Briar Jumpers break the huddle. Kaya's got Cade in the backfield with him, 2 receivers to the right, wing formation to the right side. Kaya takes the snap. He's got a man out here on the left flat. He's got Jaden Gilmore up the middle too, right at the 50-yard line, and he's behind the fielders. He's to the 20. He gets dragged down at the 15-yard line. So that play right there, Robert, he had 2 receivers wide open, Kay Grundy and Jaden Gilmore, and he picked Jaden up the middle in a big play all the way down to the 15.
That's a big advantage for Jaden Gilmore. The ball right here on this goal line stance. Last week at Danville had a big goal line stance with 3 plays right on the 1-yard line and maybe even within the 1-yard line. I don't think that Somerset's going to settle for that again this week.
Straight eye formation this time. Kai goes under center. He's going to turn around. Just a quarterback sneak up the middle. He's not going to get much, if anything, maybe a yard on the play. He was hit immediately right there. Going to fall forward. I may give him a yard on the play. So 2nd and goal, right at about the 2.
Yeah, I was trying to follow the play. I was looking off tackle, and I saw somebody sprint out to the outside, and that's what I was following and didn't see that Kai, carried the ball. But, again, when you're in this position, you're 2 yards from the – if you take 1 yard every time, you're going to get into the end zone.
Pistol formation, Jace Bruner off the right side. He's fighting to get in. No signal yet. From my vantage point, looked like the young man and got in, but everybody on the Briar Jumper side of the ball kind of stopped. The Eagles kept working, and so it's going to bring up another 3rd and goal from right at the 1 yard line. Going to try to punch it in here.
Tough yardage. Got Mikey Garland in the backfield, so you got 2 tough runners. I expect maybe some points right here.
Mikey's going to get the handoff off the right side again. He's hitting right at the line of scrimmage and waiting for a signal. The Briar Jumpers have got their hands up, but the referees don't.
And
so
they're signaling
they're
right.
saying he's short again. So 4th and goal from inside the 1. A lot, similar to the Danville game last week. We had 4 chances from inside the 1 yard line and couldn't get in. So
I don't know what you call here. This is just too reminiscent of that Danville game last week. They need a score right here. You can't give momentum on a goal line stance to start the game.
Same formation, and Kai's just going to take it this time off left side. They were looking for the exact same play, and it wasn't. Kai saw something, goes off the left side untouched. So with 6:17 to go in the first quarter, the Briar Jumpers jump on top 6-0 of the Eagles.
Absolutely gorgeous play call, and he was able to walk in untouched, standing up. You couldn't have scripted it any better, 3 and out, and put points on the board.
So on the Citizens National, that was a Citizens National Bank touchdown by the Briar Jumpers, and on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, the Briar Jumpers go up 6-0, and Christian White's extra point, it's up, and it is going to fall short. So no good. So with 6:17 to go in the first quarter, Briar Jumpers lead 6-0.
It's Truck Month at Alton Blakely Ford, and that means incredible prices on America's #1 selling truck for the past 42 years in a row. 2009 Ford F-150 Super Crew STX 4x4 starting as low as $33,995, or choose available 0% for 72 months on nearly every F-150 in stock. 2019 F-250 STX Diesel 4x4s as low as $44,500, and 2019 Ford Ranger 0% for 60 months up to $2,000 cash back. Alton Blakely Ford, a proud sponsor of tonight's football game.
So, Robert, the defense does exactly what they need to do. They force a punt. Briar Jumpers, after a big play from Kai Sharon to Jaden Gilmore, 60-yard pass completion, they're able to finally get it in the end zone, stopped on 3 consecutive plays, but Kai was able to, the Eagles are really selling out to the left side, trying to stop that off-tackle play, and Kai just saw a hole on the left and just took it himself in. So, but exactly how you need to start this game.
Yeah, you don't want too many of those extra point kicks to not go through the uprights. That could come into play later in the game.
Daniel Richardson pushes it up here again to number 9 for the Eagles, and that's number Vernon Hill, and he's around the left side. He's got a little bit of room this time. He's up across the 40 to the 45, so they've decided that, okay, you're going to pooch kick it to us. We're going to run it all the way across the field and take out your bandits coming down trying to get us and try to get as much as we can. And they're going to start in great field position here across the 45, almost at midfield.
Yeah, I think LCA has probably got wise to it too, because they put a couple of pretty nice athletes right there on about the 30-yard line expecting that pooch kick. So maybe they'll mix it up and kick one downfield before the game is over.
So Barnhart comes out. He's got a heavy backfield again with him back there. Xavier Brown is in the backfield. Jeffrey Selby's there with him. Got one receiver right and one to the left. He calls out the signals, takes a snap, turns around. He fakes it to Xavier Brown and keeps himself off the left side. And he's got room, and he run out of bounds right there at the 40-yard line. So a 12-yard gain. So their quarterback can run a little bit too, Robert.
Yeah, you had somebody on the opposite side of the field, and I was trying to catch a number that was looking to make a big stick, and Barnhart just ran right past him. Again, you got to keep that head up. You can't lower the head. You got to keep your eyes open so that you can see the tackle being made. Otherwise, you're going to lunge out there to try to tackle somebody, and they're going to run right by you.
So Xavier Brown and Selby line up to the right of Barnhart in the backfield in shotgun formation. He calls out the signals. He sends a man in motion here coming right at us is number 9. That's Vernon Hill. He makes a cut right up the middle, and Jace Bruner's there to stop him, but not until a gain of about 5 on the play. So, both offenses are having a lot of success early on in this game.
How many yards was that?
5 yards.
5 yards.
5-yard gain, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. And they hurry back to the line of scrimmage. Barnhart looks to the side. They wear the wristbands. Every one of them wear wristbands, so they just call out a play. They all look down. They're ready to go, and Barnhart's going to go under center this time. He's got Xavier Brown in the backfield by himself. Power formation, sends a man in motion from left to right. He's going to fake it, going to run a little option to the left side. The Briar Jumpers are there, and he's popped hard by Jace Bruner right there as he crosses the 25. So little option play, and Barnhart decided to keep it himself. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3, and it's going to bring another Turner Realty Group 3rd down for another opportunity for the Briar Jumpers to get off the field. But I would say this is 4-down territory for the Eagles.
Probably. They're probably not going to pass on too many opportunities to try to get first down at this point in the game.
Xavier Brown in the backfield, a little pistol formation. Barnhart turns around. He's going to hand it off to Brown. He's looking for some room. Briar Jumpers do a good job sprinting it out, but he cuts back to the middle, and there's some room there. He was strung out, but makes a great cut, and he's going to take it down into the red zone. So pick up a first down, and they're trying to go quick. First and down for LCA at the 19-yard line, and they've got guys running around. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brown in the backfield with Barnhart, and they're ready to go again. Takes a look at the Briar Jumper defense and looks at the sideline and calls a little audible. Make sure Brown's ready to go. He turns around. He's going to hand it off to him to the right side this time. And I'm telling you what, young man did a great job right there. Number 18, Brandon Jones, done a great job of stringing him out. Flag comes in, and we've got a holding on the Briar Jumpers. Brandon was getting held and still made the tackle.
Yeah, it was a good athletic play by the young man, but he had him right up around the shoulder pads and right there in front of the referee, so you're probably not going to get away with that one very often.
So with 4:16 to go here in the first quarter and the Eagles threatening, it's Briar Jumpers 6 and the Eagles nothing. Backs them up 10 yards, so it's going to be 1st and 20 from just outside the 30-yard line now, so a big penalty backs the Eagles up. They come to the line of scrimmage. You got 3 receivers bunched to the left, 1 split out wide to the left. Has Xavier Brown in the backfield with him. Barnhart's calling the signals. He takes the snap. He turns around. He's looking to pass. He's got Darius Smith out there, and Kay Grundy in coverage. He had a step on him, but Kay Grundy breaks it up in the end zone. A great defensive play by Cade right there.
He did have a step on him, and Cade made just some great leaping dive to just tap the ball out of the hands of the receiver. And that's the kind of defensive play we're going to need all night long because, again, you're matching speed on speed, and if you get 1 step behind you and you got nowhere to catch up, that's going to be 6.
That young man is quick as he ran, and Cade is one of the fastest kids in the state, and Darius ran by him but was able to recover and make a play. So Barnhart takes the snap, turns around, he fakes it on right off the right side, and he takes it right up the middle, and he's hit right at the – hopefully you can make out what's going on and listen to us, broadcast the game here for you and what's going on. The Briar Jumpers going to take over here. Second possession for them of the night. They were able to get the Eagles offense off the field twice, force them to kick a long field goal. And, right now, I think both teams are kind of settling in, seeing what they can and can't do. I'll be curious to see what the Briar Jumper – that's the second time we've seen a Briar Jumper lose his footing trying to make a move or a cut, but I don't know if their feet just got tangled up or what. But so 3rd and 15. Kaya's got Jason in the backfield with him, 3 receivers to the right. Jaden Gilmore split wide left by himself. He sends Jason motion out of the backfield. Kay's looking. He's going to get hit and loses the ball. And the ball comes loose. And luckily, number 70 for the Eagles right there at the 42. That we had a man down, but that was just Jacob getting up slow off the ground. So that may be the last play of the first quarter.
We got about 20 seconds left, and
they'll get another play off.
They'll get at least one.
So they come right to the huddle. Got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Barnhart calls the signals. Man starts to jump. He doesn't come all the way across, so he's going to look to the sideline, look for a little audible. I think they like what they had, so they're going to go ahead and run it. Nope, and that goes the horn. So after the first quarter here, a really good game between 2 really good teams, and it's Somerset 6 and the LCA Eagles 3.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. The place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. As we get ready to start the second quarter, again on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, it is Somerset 6, LCA 3. Can't complain too much about how this game got started. I really didn't want to see LCA come out and put scores up early and kind of get the game in their favor quick. However, I've been pretty impressed on how well the LCA defense has stood to this Somerset offense.
Well, as you can see, and you talked about the line being able to hold up, they are quick. Their defensive line gets off the ball in a hurry, and they're putting a lot of pressure on our offensive line. Kaya on the two pass complete, or the one big pass completion that he had, there was a big long gap. He was able to step up and make the completion. The other time where he overthrew the receiver, he had a little bit of time. But the couple of other times that he's thrown the ball, there's Eagles been in the backfield right in his face.
Yeah, the offensive line's going to have to tighten up and keep some of that pressure off of Kaya if we're going to have any success.
So, to start the second quarter here, the Eagles come out right to the line of scrimmage, and they had three receivers left and one to the right, waiting to get started. And referee gives him the signal. Barnhart calls out the signals. Sends a man in motion. He's going to run a little screen here to the left side, a little bubble screen, and that's Brown. And he's got room. And he's across the field. He's all the way down to the 40-yard line, so this is a little bubble screen, and that young man has got speed to kill.
Yeah, that's going to be a dangerous play. He had to make a leaping grab just to catch the ball, so it was a good receiving play by the young man to get the extra yardage, but he had to sky to get that ball.
All the way down to the 31-yard line of the Briar Jumpers. Barnhart, he gets the snap off quick, fakes it off to the left, and runs right up the middle. He's going to be drugged down there by Cale Todd and Dylan Keith. So he's going to gain about 2 or 3 on the play. And this Lexington Christian offense gets the first down, and they're ready to go, and they snap the ball in a hurry.
Yes, they do, and it's hard to keep up with them.
So substitution comes off the sideline. He has Xavier Brown in the backfield with him now behind Barnyard in a pistol formation. He's going to call the signals, turn around. He's going to hand it off to Brown off the right side, and he's hit right there. Cale Todd coming in to hit him in the backfield, slides off. And he's able to pick up about 2 or 3 more on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Briar Jumpers, which is going to give them another Turner Realty Group 3rd down opportunity for Somerset to get the ball back here. But again, they're in that distance where you may go for it. You may kick the field goal. We've seen the young man hit a 34-yarder with no problem, had plenty of legs. So,
yeah, you're close to about the same distance on this play, so I suspect if they don't get it, if you got a kicker that can do that, you're going to see him again here in just a moment.
But Barnhart calls the signals. He takes the snap. He turns around. He fakes it off to Brown off the right side. He's being swept around the left side. The Briar Jumpers are there to wrap him up. Looks like he's not going to gain anything right there, Robert. So Briar Jumpers do make a stand. It's going to bring up 4th down right here at the 25-yard line. So we're going to see what Lexington Christian decides to do. If they're going to send the kicker out, if they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Barnhart doesn't have anywhere to go.
No, he didn't. And, most people will say that Kate Grundy doesn't want anything to do with defense, and he made a stick on that young man right there.
He
so
sure did.
If you can play defense like that, I think you leave him out there on most of these plays.
The offense is going to stay on the field, so they are going to go for it here. So a big opportunity right here for the Briar Jumpers to turn this ball over on downs and get the ball back. This would be huge momentum here early on. Barnhart calls the signals. He takes the snap. He makes the fake right here. He's got a man on a slant right there, and he heard footsteps, Robert. I'm telling you what, right now, the pass was intended for Vernon Hill, and he was open, but Ricky Gilmore, or Chaz Gilmore, come from his safety spot, was going to lay the wood to him.
Yes, he was.
And he decided he didn't want no part of it. So the pass falls incomplete, and the Briar Jumpers get the turnover on downs they were looking for.
Yep, if I would have been the receiver on that play and caught that ball and got lit up like that, I would have probably had to take Barnhart's lunch money tomorrow at school because that would have been ugly.
So here comes the Briar Jumpers. They're going to start from their own 25-yard line in a pistol formation. They've got Cam Austin in the backfield behind Kai. He's going to try and hand it off Kai right up the middle. He's going to plow forward here for about 2 yards, 3 yards maybe on the play.
First time Cam Austin's been called on tonight for a running play. Positive yardage, we'll take it. But, as much as they ran the ball last week with a young man trying to establish some kind of an offense, I thought you'd probably see his name or his number called early and often.
A lot of game left, though. We're here early in the second quarter. Briar Jumpers lead 6-3, 2nd and 7. Same formation. Kaya's got Cam Austin in the backfield, sends Jace Bruner in motion from right to left. He stops right behind the tackle, and there was some movement on the offensive line right there. So false start on the Briar Jumpers. Going to put us back behind the chains. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12.
Little score from the opposite side of the state tonight, where that Southwestern seems to be playing South Laurel tonight.
Yes.
And Southwestern's up 7-0 in the first quarter.
The Maroons are off tonight, so they're, I'm sure, out watching ball games somewhere else. The Warriors are on the road. The Briar Jumpers are here in Lexington, so everybody that's looking for football back home had to go out somewhere. Kaya's got two receivers to the left. His little slant play right there, almost the same type of situation. Jaden Gilmore on a slant hit him in the hands, but he got hit as soon as the ball arrived and knocked the ball loose. So what we call separation right there, Robert.
Carson Guthrie looked like he had a lane that was going to split wide open. You might say he got held just a little, but maybe you would just call it that he got pushed off the line a little bit too. So wish he'd have made the catch, but that's okay.
So pass falls incomplete to Jaden right there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for the Briar Jumpers as they break the huddle. Carson Guthrie and Kay Grundy are going to go wide left along with Cam Austin. Jace Bruner in the backfield with Kaya. Jaden Gilmore split wide right. So calls the signals, takes the snap. He's got a little bit of time. He's looking down the field. He loses the pressure. He had Jace Bruner, but he never saw that linebacker backing out of there, and it hit number 13 right in the hands. That's Elijah Hammond, and luckily he dropped the ball right there. So pass falls harmlessly incomplete, but it is going to bring up 4th down, and the Briar Jumpers are going to have to kick it away.
Needed it to fall harmlessly incomplete, because that would have set them up a great field position, 1st and 10.
You know, you talk about, why you have guys on defense, and that's why he's not playing offense. They hit him right in the hands. But Cade takes the snap. He puts the foot to it. It hits a punt right to the 45, 46-yard line, where Frankie Knight is going to call a fair catch and going to give the Eagles an opportunity here, 1st and 10, right at midfield. So field possession has been definitely in the favor of the Eagles tonight. They've started pretty much, the average starting position has been about the 45 or 46-yard line, while the Briar Jumpers have been around the 20-25 most of the night.
Wait times are short at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're focused on service, and they staff the clinic to reduce time spent in the weight room. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, which is another great time saver. The clinic is open waiting for you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Of course, no appointment is necessary. Just walk in when you need us. Quick Care behind the hospital in Med Park West. So
8:35 to go before halftime. Briar Jumpers lead 6-3. Eagles come out, and Barnhart's going to turn around. He's going to hand it off to Xavier Brown, and it's a reverse to Vernon Hill. The Briar Jumpers were there to start, but he squeaks free. He's got room now. He makes a move, and he may go. Kate Grundy's back there with him. He picks up a block, and he's going to go all the way in, 51 yards. So a little reverse play. He made a couple of Briar Jumpers miss, and the Eagles are going to go in from 51 yards out and a touchdown, and they are going to take the lead over the Briar Jumpers 9-6, pending the extra point.
Missed tackle. You had him stopped in the backfield for a loss, and then missed another tackle right at about the line of scrimmage. And then it was just another block, and then it led to 6 points. And you can't afford to give up those big plays on this field against this team.
And they had him for a loss in the backfield, and then had him again for a short gain. And like you said, missed tackles, and that's one thing, fundamentals. In a game like this, that's what you got to have. So the extra point pending here. Andrew Dobbs, the snap, the kick is up, and it's down the middle, and it's good. So the Eagles take the lead over the Briar Jumpers 10-6 here with almost 8 minutes before the half.
A big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships. They treat you like family. With 8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, the score is now LCA 10, Somerset 6.
This LCA team, Robert, reminds me of a smaller version of the Danville Admirals a couple years ago. They, the Mario Van Cleve kid that had there when they won the state championship was the fastest human being I've ever seen. I've been told that you couldn't catch him in a phone booth. Yeah. But this Eagles team has got a couple of kids that are close to that, 4.3, 4.4 speed. And you can't let them get to the outside, get them in space, or you're going to be in trouble.
We know life can be hectic. That's why Somerset Community College offers flexible online programs in addition to traditional in-class learning. Our small class sizes mean personal attention. With over 40 programs to study, you're sure to find one that fits. Remember, you've got this. Get started today by applying at somerset.kctcs.edu. Come experience SCC, real people, real success.
So Andrew Jobs is going to place the ball down at the 40-yard line and get ready to put his foot to it. Kay Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore back deep for the Briar Jumper standing at the 5-yard line. Dials puts his foot to it, and it's a low line drive kick, and Kay's going to fill it at the 5. He's right back up the middle. He had a little bit of room. He just lowers his head and runs right over top of somebody, just right before the 30-yard line where the Briar Jumpers are going to take over 1st and 10.
Yep, not bad starting position, but you alluded to that just a minute ago. It's the starting position of every single drive Somerset's had was been within the 20 to 30-yard line, and LCA has been within the 40 to 50. That 10 yards don't sound like a lot, but it's everything in this game. It
really is, especially if you have any kind of negative plays whatsoever, and now you're kicking the ball. And Coach Lucas has talked about it. We lost an all-state, first-team all-state punter last year that we don't have this year. Kay does a good job, but he's not able to flip the field like we've had in the past.
Don't know that punter. You might know him a little better than I do.
So the Briar Jumpers come out here, and they've got Mikey Garland in the backfield with him to try to run a little trap, and there the Eagles are in the backfield. They almost were there before the handoff was there.
Yeah, again, that front defensive set for the LCA team is just dominating the line of scrimmage early and often, and that's really where I thought we'd have the biggest advantage tonight, and it just doesn't seem to be.
No, there was a missed block there by somebody. But that's the negative yards we were just talking about, loss of 3 on the play. So it's going to back the Jumpers up to the 26 where it's going to be second and about 13. Kyle's going to come out. He's got Mikey Garland in the pistol formation right behind him. Jace Bruner split off to his left. One receiver's right, one to the left. Kyle takes the signal. He drops back. He's got Jaden out here. He was open, and Jaden just wasn't ready for it. And he turned around, stuck his hand up, but it falls incomplete. I don't know. Timing just wasn't there. I don't know if it was
miscommunication.
Yeah, just miscommunication.
Yeah, he was the ball was thrown about 2 yards behind him. Gilmore made a great play to try to get back on the ball. Still got his fingertips on it, but you got to make that play because those are the 10 yards, the easy 10 that this LCA team was probably going to give you.
So incomplete, 3rd and 13. Briar Jumpers come out and got Kay Grundy split out wide to the right, Jaden to the left, pistol formation, little play action pass. Kai's looking to pass. He's got Carson Guthrie there across the 40-yard line, and Carson's going to make a play right there, gain of 15 on the play, give the Briar Jumpers a 1st down. So that's exactly what they had to have, and that's the L&N Federal Credit Union 1st down as the Briar Jumpers put the ball down here at the 43.
Best 15 yards we needed, and I looked up and Cade Grundy was sprinting downfield, but there wasn't any way I thought that they were going to have a chance to get that ball off to get him, in stride.
So 7:22 to go before half. The Briar Jumpers trail 10-6. Kai's going to turn around and hand it off to Mikey Garland off the left side. He's going to get across the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up about 2 on the play. So positive yards on 1st down, but no big play, but still 2nd and 8 here for the Briar Jumpers as they try to get this ball down the field and regain the lead.
Well, looking at the rushing yardage, and there's just not a whole lot to go on tonight. I mean, that's the one area that I kind of thought that Somerset might have some success in. But, again, getting dominated up front, and they've got to make some adjustments at the half.
Tate Madden checks in at wide receiver. He split wide left. Jaden Gilmore wide right. And Jaden's going to move early on the play. So negative yards, going to put us back behind the chains. So positive yards on 1st down, negative yards on 2nd down. Going to bring us back to the 40-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for the Briar Jumpers.
Got to calm the nerves a little bit. You get that young man in the huddle or bring him off on the sideline and just talk to him and let him know. Plenty of time left to go in this game. There's no sense in trying to make the big play. You can come out here and make the small ones, but you've got to pay attention to detail.
So Ricky Gilmore checks in for Jaden. He's going to come out, split out far wide right. Madden goes split out wide left. He's got Mikey Garland and Jace Bruner in the backfield. He sends Jace in motion. Kai is back to pass. He's looking up the field. He's got some time. He's going to swing it out here to Mikey Garland. He's going to make a man miss right at the 45, go across the 50, hurdles a man at the 40, down to the 35. So a great play right there by Mikey Garland. Takes a big play. Short pass play, makes a man miss, lost his footing, goes all the way across the midfield, and they're down to the 35. So a big play right there for the Jumpers on 2nd down.
Yeah, you needed 13. You looked like maybe right at about 23. And it was just extra effort. He was down twice and still was able to come up with those Well, I don't know if they still use the yak yards term, but
Yeah.
that was all that was.
Exactly. Yards after the catch. So Caden takes the signal. He's going to hand it off to Cam Austin. Cam's looking for a play. He cuts off the right side. He's got some room this time, and he's down to the 25-yard line. So the Eagles are really selling out, trying to take away the power lane, but these backs have some cutback lanes, and Cam was able to see at that time. Jace Bruner comes hobbling off the field, though. That would be a big loss if he's not able to be back on there on defense. But a 9-yard gain, the ball goes down to the 25-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 1. Good opportunity right here, maybe a little play-action pass route would be nice.
Yes, it would, and put some points on the board before halftime and regain the lead.
Gilmore right, Grundy to the left. Kaya's going to take a snap. He's going to try and he's going to hand it off to Garland this time, and the Eagles are right there in the backfield. 3 Eagles there as soon as he gives the handoff to Mikey, and there's just nowhere for him to go, so a loss on the play with 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go before the half. Briar Jumpers now still trail 10-6. It's 3rd and 4 from the 29.
I kind of wonder if this is one of those 4-down territories for Somerset too. You're starting most of their drives for LCA right around the 30 to 40-yard line, so you're really not giving up much in the long term of field position. That's the word I'm looking for. That's terrible when I can't think of that word.
Pistol formation. Kaya takes a snap. He drops back to pass. He's got he was wrapped. The ball was knocked down, tipped, and knocked right back to Kaya. Kaya catches it and tries to run with it, and he's jerked down by his helmet, and there's no call.
No call. That's terrible. The Somerset sideline's looking for it too, and Kaya's looking for it. It was you can't let that go. And I know it may be incidental, but it's still
a penalty.
Right.
Yeah. He was jerked down by his helmet, and anyway, big loss on the play. So it's going to bring up 4th and 12. So they go from 2nd and 1 to 4th and 12, and the Briar Jumpers are going to be forced to punt.
Trying to get a late person out here on the field. Looks like they only had 10 people out here for that. And a flag.
It's going to be a delay of the game on the Briar Jumpers there. So, back it up another 5 yards. So, like I said, go from 2nd and 1, personnel situation, sack on the play. Now it's all over back to the 43-yard line. So, an opportunity wasted there for the Briar Jumpers before half.
Yep, and you can't afford to give those away.
So Grundy standing at his 45-yard line. He takes a snap. It goes through his hands. He's going to try to find something now. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's got some now. There's nowhere to go. Just took his eyes off of it. So right now, mistakes are what's killing this Briar Jumper team. It just the little things.
Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to business to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security.
So a great opportunity for the Briar Jumpers to take the lead back here in the first half, going into halftime. Squanders it. Ball goes through Kate Grundy's hands on a punt attempt, and now the Eagles are going to take over in Briar Jumper territory at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Barnhart's in the shotgun formation. He's going to turn around. He's going to fake it to Jones. He's looking to pass. He's got room. Now he's got pressure. Now he's going to get hit this Kentucky and try to get what he can get. He gets across about the 35 down to the 33, where it's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
That was a good, hard run by the young man. I like the young man's poise. I like the fact that he's not willing to, take a slide or take the easy way out. I mean, he's taking punishment, but he's doing very well on the ground and can beat you with his arm. I mean, that's the one thing that we expected more out of the Kaya Sharon than we have out of the Mr. Barnhart.
He had some time back there in the pocket, Robert, but the Briar Jumpers did a good job. The secondary covered him up, and he just decided to pull it down and run and get some positive yards. Barnhart calls a signal. He's going to fake it and then take the ball back up the middle again. He was hit right there in the backfield again, but takes it all the way down to the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up a first down for the Eagles right there.
Whew. Well, I tell you what, Somerset's going to have to make some real adjustments at halftime. I mean, you want at this point hold them to 3 points and try to be only down by, a single score versus giving them 7 points to add to the scoreboard, because You know, the longer you let this LCA team stick around and put points on the board, the harder it is going to come back from that kind of deficit.
2 receivers right and 2 to the left. Brown comes back in the backfield with Barnhart. It's a direct snap to Brown. He goes right up the middle. He makes a man miss before he's drugged down there by Gerard Smith, but not until he gets down to the 20-yard line, about the 19. So a gain of 5 on the play, and that was just a direct snap trying to get that young man to put the ball in his hands.
I like all the offensive plays that the LCA team seems to have. I mean, they go deep into the playbook, and you thought they wouldn't show anything. Looks like they're just showing everything because looks like this LCA team hungry for that home field advantage in the playoffs.
So empty backfield, 2 receivers right, 3 to the left. Sends a man in motion. That's Vernon Hill. He's going to fake it to him. And there's, again, had a tackle. Jacob Graybill went to go hit him head down and missed him. And Barnhart takes it for a gain of almost 4 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and a short 1. And they're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage and try to get a first down right here.
Yeah, and only a minute to go in the half. So Somerset's got to play tough here. I expect them to burn a timeout. One of these teams, whether they get a first down or a stop right here.
Empty backfield. Brown's going to go around Barnhart's around the left side. He had pressure there again, just couldn't get him wrapped up. And he's going to get all the way down to the 10-yard line where they are going to pick up the first down, or just outside the 10 at about the 12. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles right there with the clock running.
Yeah, we're under a minute to go, and LCA seems to be in no hurry. I kind of figured maybe they would try to milk a little bit of clock to keep the offense off the field for Somerset, but as fast as they move this game, I'm just shocked that they're going, this direction.
Barnhart comes up under center, sends a man in motion. It's going to be a fake to him. He's back to throw now. He's going to come back up the middle and try to run again. There's nowhere to go that time. He stopped for no gain, if any, and the clock is still running. 30 seconds to go here, and there has been a timeout called by the Eagles, so that's going to be a Toyota of Somerset timeout. So with 30 seconds to go before the half, and the Eagles threatening, they lead the Briar Jumpers 10-6.
Toyota Somerset has been a proud sponsor of this community since 1988, and they are proud to sponsor local high school sports. Toyota Somerset is a multiple winner of the Toyota President's Award as well as the Dealer Rater Award. Whether you're looking for one of their 18 new vehicles, certified pre-owned vehicle, or a top-quality used vehicle, Toyota Somerset will help you own a vehicle for less. They accept every credit application, and their lending sources have millions of dollars to lend. They are located at the Stoplight 23 or online at toyotasomerset.com. They are open until the last customer is served. That's Toyota Somerset, and they're all about you. Again, with 30 seconds left to go in the game, it is LCA 10, Somerset 6.
The Briar Jumpers need a big stand right here, Robert. If they can hold the Eagles to a field goal and keep this thing within a 7-point ball game, it's exactly what they need to do. But there's 30 seconds to go. Eagles have 2 timeouts left, 2nd and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. So it's going to be
tough
challenge.
To keep them.
It's going to be a challenge.
But Somerset can rise to the occasion and make keep them to 3, like you said.
Barnhart's in the shotgun, got 3 receivers to the left. He's looking to pass. He drops back. He's got time. He's looking. Nobody there. He's finally going to throw it out there right to number 6, and he is completed. Darius Smith about the 5-yard line right at the 5, and he gets tackled, and the Eagles are going to call another quick timeout. So a second timeout here with 17 seconds to go. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles right there, and that's going to bring up a Turner Realty Group 3rd down for a chance for these jumpers to get off the field for a big stand.
In real estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner and broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Groups knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on their Zillow profile with more reviews than anyone else in Lake Cumberland region. Turner Realty Group, just off Highway 27 between lights 21 and 22. Call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com.
And Coach Swearingen goes all the way out on the field to meet with his defense. I think he's unhappy with the pressure that they're putting on Barnhart. Secondary is doing a pretty good job, but they're just not able to get any pressure on Barnhart in the backfield. So Xavier Brown is going to line up deep in the backfield in the pistol formation behind Barnhart. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. Barnhart sends a man in motion, takes the snap. He's going to fake it to Brown. He's looking to pass. He's got some pressure in his face, and it passes into the end zone, falls incomplete. So the Briar Jumpers get the stop what they need. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and they are going to send the field goal unit on. So exactly what the Briar Jumpers had to have happen here right before half with 12 seconds to go, and the Eagles are going to be forced to kick an extra or field goal.
Just a quick announcement. I want to let everybody know that the video seems to be working on Facebook. So if you're listening to us live on LakeCumberlandSports.com, then go over to Facebook to check out the online video.
So Andrew Dobbs is going to look to put the ball up and through. The ball snap. The ball's down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. Young man puts it through. So 13-6, the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles take the lead on the Briar Jumpers, and looks like they're going to go in trailing at the half for the first time of the year unless they have a big return right here.
Ford Brothers Auctioneers, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Whether you are selling a family real estate, private or commercial real estate, equipment or personal property, they've got you covered. Ford Brothers Auctioneers is recognized statewide or nationally as one of the leaders in the auction industry. Whether it is live on site, online, or a combination of both, you can count on Ford Brothers Auctioneers to deliver top quality organization advice and results for you. Visit them online at FordBrothersInc.com. Ford Brothers Auctioneers selling the country since 1965. This is the time of the year where you need one of those huge run backs because you don't have time for much else.
No, I don't expect the Eagles to do anything other than squib kick this ball, try to keep it out of Grundy's hands, and not give him an opportunity to make a big play, because that would be backbreaking to the Eagles. Take this kind of lead, come in and play this the way they have in the first half, and then give up a big play. So I don't expect anything here other than the ball kicked on the ground and keep it away from K. Grundy. Andrew Dobbs puts the ball down. He marches back there, ready to kick it off. Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore standing back at the 5-yard line waiting for it. Dobbs raises his hand. He marches towards the football and kicks it off. And it is a squib kicker up the middle, and Gilmore's going to pick it up or try to pick it up, and he's hit immediately right there at the 30-yard line, trying to fight forward to get something. So 2 seconds to go before halftime. And I don't know if we'll see a ball thrown up or we'll just take a knee, take it in the half, and make some adjustments and see if we can't figure things out. The Briar Jumpers will get the ball to begin the second half, so I really expect try not anything bad to happen right here, Rob, but just take a knee and go into halftime.
Since 1920, Citizens National Bank has been located on the Fountain Square in downtown Somerset, and this has been their home for nearly 100 years. Lots of their customers live and work here. Over half of the Citizens Bank team, 72 employees to be exact, work downtown. And now more than ever, Citizens National Bank is excited to be part of the downtown community. They love downtown Somerset and are here to stay. Citizens National Bank, moving forward together, member FDIC.
As soon as I say that, the Briar Jumpers come out, empty backfield 5 wide. Kai is looking to throw. He's got time. He throws it up, and it's a duck to the middle, and it hits right there at the 45-yard line. Gilmore is hit with the ball in the air, but there's no penalty flag. They just let it go. So 2 big plays in this half that, that one right there was just thrown up. The play can't end on a defensive penalty. But Kai was pulled down by his head. Nothing thrown there. Jaden Gilmore gets hit before he has an opportunity to catch the ball. No flag there. So we're going to see what happens. But the Briar Jumpers go into halftime trailing the Eagles 13-6 as we go into half.
Keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans. The same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, the Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. If accounting is not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin Scoreboard, located on Parkers Mill Road in Somerset, Kentucky. Chris, I can't remember. No, I guess I can too. I think Somerset made a last-second score at hazard to keep from being the first time they were down in the entire season. When they get the ball back in the second half, it's not a bad place to be, but if you're the offensive line coach and the defensive line coach, you have to, I don't want to say single out anybody, but you got to get those kids rallied to start playing together and a little more cohesive.
Yeah, there's a lot of frustration right now that I see from the coaching staff. I see from the kids on the sideline. They're not used to being in this position. They've imposed their will on teams this year, and LCA is not letting that happen. Like you said, the offensive line right now is getting whipped. The defensive line is not able to get a whole lot of pressure on Barnhart. They had the one sack, Jacob Graybill, early on that forced a punt. But since that time, Barnhart's been able to sit back there, survey the field, look for his receivers. If they're not there, he's tucking it down and running. And we'll get to some stats here in a few minutes, but I know he's having a pretty big night. And, they've been able to contain this big play offense of the Eagles other than one play. Vernon Hill took 152 yards to the house on a reverse play. But the Briar Jumpers, other than the one big play to Jaden Gilmore, the big plays are just not there tonight.
Got a random question.
Sure.
And this will show my ignorance or not. I assume that the reverse is not what you quote-unquote a pass play, correct?
No, it is.
I know that sounds silly, but I want to give the right person the right play.
Had he pitched the ball
forward
to Brown in front and then they reversed it would have been. But no, since he handed it off to Brown and then he handed it off to Vernon Hill, it does go down as a rush. So.
All right, so let me give you some LCA stats first because I can do math, and that's right in front of me. Looks like what we got right now is Xavier Brown has 24 rushing yards on 4 attempts. Mr. Barnhart has 29 total rushing yards on 9 attempts. And number 9, Vernon Hill, because of that big play, 56 total rushing yards and a touchdown. Receiving yards, you got number 20, Xavier Brown, with 50 total try again. 50 total receiving yards. Number 8, Tyler, nope. I'm telling you what, I'm struggling here. Darius Smith, with 1 reception for 8 yards, and a total of 40 passing yards for Mr. Barnhart in the first half.
So with those stats, they're talking to me. We've been able to contain Darius Smith, Vernon Hill, Jaden Barnhart in the passing game. Xavier Brown, coming in. Darius Smith, number 1 leading receiver in the state with almost 275 yards a game. So, they were able to contain them, but the Eagles were able to use all their weapons, and they have more than Darius Smith. And it's forcing the Briar Jumpers to play defense everywhere. So, you talked about opening up the playbook, and that's exactly what the LCA Eagles have done. And like I said, they've got quick, they've got speed to burn, and I'm telling you, it's going to be Coach Swearigan is going to go in here at halftime and try to make some adjustments, figure out whether they're going to be able to slow this offense down.
Right now for Somerset, looks like we've got Cam Austin with 2 rushes for 10 yards. Jace Brunner has 3 rushes for 9 total yards. Mikey Garland struggling a little bit tonight because the plays have been blown up in the backfield right behind him, and he got stuffed for a goal line stance with -3 rushing yards. Kai Sharon on a couple of sacks or a couple of blown plays here has about -6 total yards. Nope, -5 total yards. And Kay Grundy, who they've tried to get a little bit of play in the backfield, is 1 rush for looks like -2 yards. Not a whole lot on the rushing game so far this game. Looks like they're at about a total of about a +5.
Yeah, that's not good. And, for everybody that thought this game was going to be an offensive explosion by both teams, it just hasn't been there. The LCA's done what they wanted to do to try to slow this Jumpers offense down. The rushing game for the Briar Jumpers has just not been there. They've done just enough with pass plays to get some first downs, but we talked about field position, and they've not had good field position to start the entire game. And the Eagles have had great field position to start their drives every time. So it's been a struggle, and we got to try to find a way to flip the field and get the ball on positive sides for us.
Kay Grundy not having much of a night so far. They're just not really finding that young man in open field. He's got 1 pass play that was thrown to him in the backfield for -8 yards. Jaden Gilmore with the biggest pass play of the night, looked right at about 60 yards of receiving on 1 reception. And Mikey Garland had that 1 big play that was just a beautiful play. It was all heart and all attitude to get him those 23 yards. You got to have plays like that, to stay in this game. And Carson Guthrie with 1 catch right here in front of us for a big-time play for 15 yards. Kai Sharon right now sitting on about 90 yards of total passing on 8 attempts. So you can see that the offense is really struggling, and it's been, a defensive battle for the most part, with LCA just controlling everything at this point.
Yeah, this is 2 very good teams. We talk about in a game like this, environment like this that, fundamentals, blocking, tackling, being in the right position, not blown coverage, penalties, turnovers, those type of things are going to be the ones that be the outcome of this game. And right now, the Briar Jumpers have given up a sack. They've had the ball go through the punter's hands, gave them great field position, almost through an interception right here in front of us. Negative plays, penalties behind the chain. So right now, we're getting outplayed in the fundamentals.
No appointment is necessary at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, right where they've been for over a decade. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, and they're open late. So if you've had an accident or you aren't feeling well, just walk in and they let their highly qualified medical professionals take care of you. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West. We're sitting at about 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in half, plus the extra 3 minutes for the teams to warm up. And again, LCA 13, Somerset 6.
So, and again, we'll also a little score from back home right now. Southwestern leads South Laurel 14-6 at half over at South Laurel in London tonight. The Maroons are off, so a little score from back home.
Southwestern needs that win.
They do.
They do. They're 2-5 right now, and I think it's between them and South Laurel. One of them's got to pick up that district win so that they can make it into the playoffs. And I thought that I thought everybody went to the playoffs, so I guess I could be wrong. So they're only taking 4 teams, so that game is just for playoff purposes at this point. Both teams want to stay alive.
Yeah, and talking about little college football tomorrow, Robert.
Oh, hey.
SEC action.
Kentucky versus Georgia. Who's going to win?
Well,
all right, Georgia, you win.
Georgia coming off of a huge upset last week to South Carolina, playing at home. Going to be some upset dogs versus the Cats.
I don't know that one's going to be an upset. I mean, it could happen, right? But I tell you what, the odds are stacked. Had South Carolina come in and lost that game,
right,
I'd feel a lot better about the chances for an upset. I don't think Georgia's going to be overlooking anybody in this game.
No, but I will say, Lynn Bowden at quarterback last week was a pleasant surprise. He didn't throw the ball extremely well, but threw the ball well enough. I think he had 175 yards, 186 yards rushing on the night, so was able to make some big plays with his legs, complete some passes when he needed to. The Briar Jumpers, the Wildcats picked up a big win at home last week against Arkansas, so still moving in the right direction. We'll see what they do tomorrow. The big game of the week pits my Wolverines against the Nittany Lions of Penn State at Happy Valley.
Oh.
And I just don't know if the Wolverines can go into Penn State in a hostile environment with the way their offense has been playing and come out there with a victory.
Yeah, I'll hope for you. The only team that I hope loses tomorrow is Ohio State. Hi, Bob. We'll miss you.
I think they're actually playing tonight.
Oh, are they really?
They have a Friday night game, and I'm pretty sure Bob is sitting at home, maybe listening to us on the radio.
Nah, he probably just tuned us off whenever I started picking on him a little bit. I mean that in all jest. I love you, Bob. We miss you.
And, yes, they do. They play Northwestern tonight at Northwestern, 8:30 tonight. So, Bob, I would say I wish you luck.
Yeah, how many wins has Northwestern got this year?
Northwestern on the season is 1-4.
Oh, so they're playing another one of those powerhouse teams. Could you or your family benefit from counseling services? Entrust Counseling is there to meet your needs by providing services in the office, home, or school. They even offer late night and weekend appointments. Call 676-0638. Check out their new website at entrust-healthcare.com. You can also find them on Facebook. I hope he knows I'm just picking on him.
Oh, yeah. Bob, we love you. We miss you. I hope you're at home in the confines of the living room listening to us. For those that were looking to just listen to us tonight, we do have the live feed up. So if you go over to Facebook, go to LakeCumberlandSports.com, you're able to watch the live video here of the game. We are at halftime here waiting for the teams to come back out and start warming up. We've got under 6 minutes on the clock, another 3 minutes, so we're still about 8 minutes away from football here in the second half, where the Briar Jumpers trail the Eagles 13-6.
L&N Federal Credit Union has been in business since 1954. Set up as a financial cooperative, profits are given back to individuals by way of better interest rates, lower fees, convenient services, and resource programs. L&N can offer everything necessary for someone's personal or business finances. Stop by their Somerset location in front of the Kroger Marketplace on 27 or go online at lnfcu.com. Equal housing lender and NCUA insured.
So talking about the game here again tonight, the Briar Jumpers came out. They kicked the ball off to the Eagles. Got a big stop on the first possession. Took the ball down right away. Big play from Kaya Sharon to Jaden Gilmore. Took the ball all the way down to about the 20-yard line. The Briar Jumpers then were stopped on 3 consecutive plays from inside the 1-yard line again, but they were able, Kaya Sharon was able to punch it in and jump out on top 6-0. But since that time, the Eagles came down, kicked the field goal, make it 6-3. A couple of big stops by their defense, and then they were able to, right before the halftime, able to extend their lead, and they lead now 13-6.
In the grand scheme of things, LCA is not doing anything super special either. I mean, they've only got one actual offensive touchdown in the game. It's a very high-scoring offense as well, so Somerset's defense has played pretty well, all things considered. It's just that the Somerset offense, that's the one area that I kind of thought this would be more like a shootout.
I did too.
I kind of figured maybe like in the 35-31 type football game. Instead, it looks like it's going to be closer to a 24-20 type game. Assuming Somerset can put some points on the board, of course, but the line has just got to get it under control. And I don't know if Mr. Simmons being still out, I haven't seen him out there on the field for this game. I'm hoping he's closer to being, game ready. But it shows you that one big offensive lineman just can make the biggest difference right up front.
Excuse me. Yeah, one thing that I'm sure the coaching staff has picked up on and saw, Kaya's had time for the most part. Yeah, he did get sacked once. Ball get on the ground. Ethan Harper was able to recover it. But LCA is really worried about the Briar Jumper receivers getting behind them, and so they're really giving a whole lot of room. And I know a lot of plays we've had receivers backs leaking out of the backfield that are wide open. Kyle was able to hit Mikey with one, hit Carson Guthrie with another. One of the balls that he threw up was going to be a big play, got knocked down. So the intermediate passing game, the short passing game, run after the catch you were talking about, yak yards, is going to be instrumental, I believe, into the Briar Jumpers having success here in the second half.
I think so too, and maybe it's one of those cases where you got to set up the pass or pass to set up the run for a change, and they're not having a whole lot of success on the running game, and I don't know if it's just I've seen a lot of handoffs be taken and nobody's really going to the hole and with that full head of steam on them, especially the couple of times that Mikey's got stopped in the backfield. Of course, when he looks up and there's 2 defenders, there's not a whole lot that you can do. But on the second one, I saw that Mikey came up to, and I don't know if maybe he was expecting a fake or like a play action type play or what, but once they handed it to him and he was nowhere to go, he just got gobbled up.
Yeah, there's been numerous times tonight, 4 or 5 that I can think of that you're exactly right, Robert, that Briar Jumpers Kai goes to hand the ball off to Jace Bruner, to Mikey Garland, to Cam Austin, and there's 2 to 3 Eagles standing in the backfield right there as soon as he hands it off, and there's nothing you can do at that point. So I'm sure we're trying to run some trap plays, do some things with the offensive line, and the Eagles have watched us on film. They know when a guy pulls, fill that hole, take off, and they're just flying upfield.
For over 55 years, Godby Realty and Auction has been serving the real estate and auction needs for Lake Cumberland area. And during this half-century, Godby Realty and Auction has always been proud supporter of our students and athletes. Godby Realty and Auction provides top-notch realtor service when you are looking to list your property or when you're needing realtor assistance in finding your new home or farm. They have successfully been bringing home sellers and buyers together for over 5 decades. Their Big Blue Auction team offers the area's top-notch auctioneers and ringmen to secure your top dollar for your residential, commercial, farm, or personal property. Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction, names you know and names you can trust. To see all their listings and auctions, go to godbyrealty.com. We just gave that 3-minute warm-up period just started. We're like right at about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in half. And you got to hope that, as we've been harping on them a little bit, and I hope it's not sounding too critical, but I hope that the line adjustments have been made because, they've got to get it all together if they're going to, be able to stay with this LCA team.
So as we get ready to go the second half here, both teams on the field warming up. Briar Jumpers will get the ball first to start the second half. So hopefully they can get something going here. If we can get some points on the board, again, like I said, it sounds like I have been critical on the defense and the way we're playing tonight. We just don't seem to be real comfortable offensively or defensively. LCA puts a lot of pressure on teams, and we've done a good job holding them to 13 points. I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I would argue that they've not been held to 13 points in any half this year.
Yeah, probably not. One thing I really don't like is I look down and I see number 67, Drew Johnson, kind of hobbling on the sidelines a little bit. He's probably taking a beating up front, but that's, again, another one of those linemen you just can't ill afford to lose. And I'm just hoping it's just, a little bit of, play injury that, you can walk off and shake off.
Yeah. So we get ready to go here tonight. Temperature, I'll tell you, Robert, we've been blessed this year with weather for football. We had one game, and I don't remember who it was at home. I think it was Russellville at home.
Got a little bit of rain at the end of it.
And we had a little bit of lightning delay at one game.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
But other than that, I mean, temperature-wise, it's about 50 degrees. Not a whole lot of moisture in the air, a little bit of dampness. But we've not had the strong winds. We've not had the rain. We've not had the real cold games. So I'm telling you what, I mean, it's been great weather so far, 8 games into the year. And we haven't got any freezing weather. It's been great, and we're just about ready for second half football.
Yep, we've got about 44 seconds left to go. Henderson Chiropractic committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. Looks like we got about 14 seconds left to go before the start of the second half. Again, Somerset gets the ball trailing 13-6.
Both teams huddling on their respective sidelines, getting some last-minute instructions, getting ready to go back on the field. The Eagles will be kicking the ball off from right to left, towards the Fayette Mall side, if you will. Coming out, the Briar Jumpers will go back deep. They're going to send Cam Austin, Cade Grundy, and Jaden Gilmore back deep. And we need a big return right here, Robert. We need to get some –
to get some positive momentum going in our way.
Yeah. Something beyond the 30-yard line would be great. So, but I'm telling you, this young man, kicker Andrew Dobbs for Lexington Christian, and I've watched some great kickers come through this program as I've watched these two teams compete, and they always seem to go out and have somebody that can kick the ball deep and can kick a field goal.
Be sure to watch the Buffalo Wings and Rings Video Game of the Week on Lake Cumberland Sports. The next video cast will be announced on Facebook. Buffalo Wings and Rings, wings created your way, always fresh and never frozen. And here we go, start of the second half.
And Dobbs kicks it off, and he puts it's on the ground. They're not going to kick it deep this time. Gilmore's going to pick it up. He's going to bring it across the right side, and he's hit right there at the 30-yard line again. So looking to have a big play, and the Eagles said weren't going to have any of it.
Well, it looks like they're going to give them forward progress on that one after they just kept getting pushed backwards. So I'm grateful for that.
So they are still waiting to spot the ball down. I think the side judge here is standing on the 30-yard line, so they are going to give him the 30-yard line, and that's where the Briar Jumpers are going to take off their first possession of the second half, 1st and 10 at the 30.
Well, let's see what kind of offensive line production we can get to start this second half. It's, again, going to be key for the game, and they've got to play big, play strong, and start putting some offensive numbers up in this second half.
Double wing set, Cam Austin in the backfield sends Cale Todd in motion from left to right. Going to turn it off and hand it off to Cam Austin. He tries to go off the left side. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about, got a little bit more, about 3 to 4 on the play. Going to be second down and a long 6. So he got more than I thought.
Yeah, he did too. I like the the ability to come out and just try to, use that offensive line to your advantage right off the gate. And again, to establish something that you've got to give this offensive line a lot of credit, but you also got to give them some momentum or something positive to work with.
Another heavy formation for the Jumpers. They've got Jace Bruner and Kel Todd at double wing. Kel goes in motion from left to right, turn around and hands it off to to Cam Austin. And this time he's brought down for no gain on the play, maybe a loss of 1. So now going to bring up 3rd and 7. So the exact same play, Robert, just the other way, and not in much success that time.
I looked up and Jacob Thayer had his hands on his side, and he missed, I think, his assignment on that side of the field. You could tell the immediate look of frustration on his face.
Yeah, Briar Jumper line need to get on their blocks, sustain their blocks for a little bit longer than what they're doing right now, because the Eagles are only bringing 3 and 4 guys, and they're getting in the backfield. Jaden Gilmore wide to the left, 3 receivers wide right. Sharon's going to take the snap. He's under pressure, and there's just nowhere for him to go. He tries to squirt free and can't. He's going to go down for a sack on the play. Short loss. He tried to get back a little bit of positive yards, but after a 3rd and out, 3 and out, going to bring up 4th down. The Briar Jumpers on their first possession, second half, are going to be forced to punt.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know really what to say on that one. There was some time to get the throw off. Good coverage by the LCA defense, but again, that front 4, front 5 are just dominating the line of scrimmage tonight.
So Cade from the 20-yard line takes the snap. He puts the foot to it. It's a wobbly end-over-end kick right at about the 40. It's going to hit, and it's going to check up right there. So the Eagles are going to take over at the 37-yard line. Not as good as field position as they've been used to, but still pretty good. 1st and 10 for the Eagles here, and we're right start of the 3rd quarter after 1 possession with 9 minutes and 52 seconds. The Eagles lead the Somerset Briar Jumpers 13-6.
Out in Blakely Ford, the 2019 Mazda CX-5 Sport all-wheel drive at $229 per month plus taxes, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year. That's $4,140 total due at signing. Car and Driver Magazine's best SUV in its class. 2019 CX-9 Sport all-wheel drive, $299 per month plus taxes, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles per year, $4,140 due at signing. Car and Driver's best SUV in its class for 2019.
So exactly how we started off the game, the Eagles line up in heavy formation. They hand the ball off to Xavier Brown around the right side. He's going to pick up 8 on the play, so almost identical to the way the game started for the Eagles. 2nd and a long 2 here from the 44-yard line. Barnhart looking to the sideline, trying to figure out what they're going to call here. He barks out his signals, moves a man from left to right, takes the signals. Here's the snap, sends a man in motion from left to right. He's looking to pass. It's just a slant pattern, and it's picked off. It was a pick or a slant pattern, and Grundy's going to pick it off. Just threw it a little bit too in front. So a big turnover that we needed right there, Robert. And the Briar Jumpers are going to take over at their own 45.
That was a beautiful interception by Cade Grundy, and much needed. I bragged on Cade's defense earlier. He made a big stick on the young man out here. And again, we talk about, Cade doesn't like to play defense. Well, he sure showed up played defense tonight.
That's exactly right. He's got a little cramp. Looks like he's come off for a play. I'm sure he's going to be fine. He was grabbing his hamstring. I hope it's just a cramp, so we'll see what happens. He looks fine. So a big turnover for the Briar Jumpers. They're going to come out here. Jace Bruner in the backfield with Kai Sharon, 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. Kai looks back. He's going to throw it out to Cam Austin out to the left side. There's nowhere to go. He's going to try to come back across field, and this Eagles defense is flying to the football, Robert.
Yeah, and that's going to be a loss of about 4 yards, 5 yards, and you can't, you get the ball, you got to run north and south and not east and west, and with the speed that LCA defense has, it's just going to be hard to break anything. So I'm not so sure that the bubble screen is the right play to throw right there. Of course, like they say, if it had worked, you'd have been all for it, right?
There is an injury timeout on the field as Eagle player is down right at the midfield, but he's going to hop up pretty quick. I don't know if he had a cramp or something going on, but 8:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Briar Jumpers trail 13-6. Had a big turnover, and then loss of yards, 2nd and 15.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. The place for custom embroidery, screen print, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook, search Magic Monograms and Embroidery.
So Kaya breaks the huddle. He's going to send Tate Madden wide to the right. Jaden Gilmore and Cam Austin split out wide left. He's got Jace Bruner in the backfield with him. Takes the snap. He looks back to pass. He's got steps up, got a little bit of time. He's got a man here. He's underthrown again. Makes a great recovery right there. And Cam Austin is going to come down with the reception.
Wow.
I thought it was underthrown. The defender was right there, but Cam Austin came back and made a great diving reception right there at the 42-yard line across midfield. So 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers, and that's an L&N Federal Credit Union first down.
When things aren't going your way, you've got to have individual effort like that to make plays and get some positive yardage on the field. It's a beautiful play by the young man to make a play back on the ball and catch it while still going down.
When the ball left Kaya's hand, I thought it was intercepted.
I did too.
But you got a better angle than I did. So Kaya's got 3 receivers right. Jaden Gilmore split wide left. He's going to take the ball. He's just going to go right up the middle, right behind Jace Bruner. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play. Just across, going to pick up 2. So 2nd and 8. Grundy has checked back into the game, so good to see that young man is ready to go again. So, Robert?
Everything's been to the outside, and I'm wondering if the middle's open yet. They haven't really run but one play towards the middle, and it kind of got busted up. Everything they're trying to pick is to the outside, and there's only one defender right in the middle of the field, and if they bites on one side or the other, I mean, it seems like the middle of the field could be wide open.
A little counter play, and right there up the middle you go. Cam Austin lowers his shoulder right there at the 30-yard line and just gets a big gain right there on 2nd down. A little counter play, fake to Jace, the handoff to Cam Austin. He was like he was shot out of a cannon all the way down to the 29. That's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers.
Yeah, it was great to see the young man trying to run in between tackles and not trying to break everything to the outside and then lower the shoulders and make the boom on the other guy. He's probably not going to, the defender's probably not going to try to make that play twice.
So Grundy split wide right and Gilmore to the left. Kaya's in the shotgun. He's going to turn around, hand it off to Jace, and he's got some room. He's off the tackle. There's nobody there. He makes a man miss at the 10, down to the 5. He dives with a pylon. No signal yet. He must have stepped out of bounds right there.
Ooh.
But a great run by the Briar Jumpers, and that's going to set up the Briar Jumpers with another L&N Federal Credit Union first down, and is also going to put them in the Rick Barker and Godby Realty and Auction Red Zone. The Briar Jumpers are going to be set up 1st and goal just right at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, and I would just keep feeding the young man. If you're going to run that hard and that strong, and the offensive line has now answered the call right when you needed it the most, because you got to put points on the board.
So the Briar Jumpers break the huddle with 8 seconds to go on the play clock. Kaya's going to go under center. He's going to call the signal, turn around, hand it off to Garland off the left side. He makes a man miss. He bounces in, and he is in for a touchdown for the Briar Jumpers. So exactly what they had to have happen, Robert. They take the ball down after a turnover, and they are an extra point away from tying this thing up with 6:51 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Briar Jumpers trail 13-12.
They must have been listening to us talk at halftime and talking about how the rushing yardage just hasn't been there all night, and they just decided to, play simple smash mouth football and take it right at them.
So Christian Whitus is going to try to tack on the extra point. He missed the first one, so this is an opportunity here to redeem himself and get this game tied. The snap is down, and it's up, and it is up, and it is through. So we are tied at 13-all with 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard. And, boys, now we got us a ball game.
At Whitus Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and friendly team at Whitus Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the Whitus Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. Again, on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, we are now tied at 13-all.
So I think this was the game that most everybody was expecting. It was not going to get away one way or the other. It's going to be a hard-fought game. Probably going to be whoever has the ball last with an opportunity to score. Defense stand up, offense make a play. So we'll see what happens here as this game unwinds.
Whew. That was exciting to watch.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I like old school football, and they're not trying to air it out and try to beat them, in the air and keep it on the ground and make them punish a little bit. And I like those good, hard defensive or those good, hard runs. And hopefully the defense can rise to the occasion now, because that just should give them a little bit of momentum.
Daniel Richardson ready to kick it off. He's going to kick it off. It's going to be a pooch punt again over to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be brought down by Frankie Knight right at the 30-yard line, and he's going to be hit right there. So flipping the field a little bit, Robert. It's going to be brought down. The Eagles are going to take over right at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Mikey comes up with a little bit of a shake in his leg, and I'm hoping that's just another, on this end of the field with Kate Grundy, a little bit of a cramp issue. Wouldn't think that the cold weather would be inducive to cramping, but the kids are out here giving it all. I mean, that can happen.
So the Briar Jumper defense need another stop, need a turnover, need something good to happen here. Barnhart comes out in the formation, and he's got Xavier Brown and Jeffrey Selby in the backfield with him, 2 receivers left. He takes the snap, and it's just going to be a sweep to the right. Barnhart's going to keep it himself, and there's nowhere to go. And he's going to be hit right there by Jace Bruner, and Mikey Garland's going to come in and help clean it up, and that's going to be a loss on the play of about 2. So 2nd and 12. The Briar Jumpers defense a little fired up right now.
Yes, sir, and they need that. You know, that's a -2. The Barnhart kid, that's his first negative play since the sack at the beginning of the game.
So they move Xavier Brown, their playmaker, in the backfield behind Barnhart. They've got 1 receiver left and 1 to the right. Barnhart calls out the signals. He's going to take the snap. Nope, he's going to hard count. Now he's setting ready to go again. Takes the snap. He's going to try to hand it off to Brown. He's going to cut back, and that man, young man, quick, picks up about 6 on the play. And there wasn't nobody there until he got across the 40-yard line to about the 41. He finally gets dragged down. So going to bring up 3rd and
probably a long 5. And it looked like he was stopped in the backfield. He's made that play all night long, and I don't know how he does it. He's quick, crafty, and I like the way he plays.
And now he comes out of the backfield and comes out, splurt out wide left. They've got 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the back. Selby moves in the backfield with Barnhart. He's looking over to the sideline looking for a play. They're not exactly sure what's called. Looks down at his wristband. Barnhart calls out the signals, takes the snap, fakes the snap, and he's up the middle.
Oh.
And Dylan Keith coming off the right side is going to bring him down for a big loss. So that was a great opportunity, a Turner Realty Group 3rd down for the Briar Jumpers, and they do get the stop, and it's going to be 4th and 6, and Eagles are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to say they haven't brought out the punt unit yet. You know, Barnhart was still standing on the field, but this is not field position that you want to go for, anything extra at this point, especially at this time in the game when you're still just tied.
So Andrew Dobbs drops back to about his 25-yard line. He's going to punt it off. Kate Grundy stands on his 30 awaiting the punt. Snap is high, but it is brought down. Mikey's there. It's end over end kick. Cade comes out, goes a fall catch. He was interfered with, but there was no flag on the play. But it just dropped up like a good pitching wedge, hit the ground, backed up. So that's 3 big plays right there that the Briar Jumpers have not got a flag. There was the pull down of Kai's helmet, the interference at the end of the first half, and the interference with a fair catch right there. But anyway, the Briar Jumpers defense steps up. They're going to take over 1st and 10.
A big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships for presenting the night's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships. They treat you like family.
So Kaya's got Cam Austin and Jace Burner in the backfield with him. Cade and Jaden Gilmore split out wide. Kaya's looking to pass. He's got time. He looks for Cade, but he's not there. Now he's going to tuck it down and run. Tuck the ball away, Cade. Tuck it away. And he's going to get across the 40, almost up to the 47 for the first down. It's another LN Federal Credit Union first down. I saw the Eagles out there trying to grab a hold of that ball, Robert. He had that thing loose, but he held on to it. So
that's the one play that I've been expecting.
Grundy, that's Grundy down. Grundy ran a post pattern, and he's laying down about the 25-yard line, and I don't know if it's a hamstring or a cramp, but he is down on the field.
Yeah, you can ill afford to have that kind of injury this time of the game. Don't feel great, just can't wait. Well, Quick Care is open late. Just walk in their clinic in Med Park West, just off Bogle Street behind the hospital. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturday. No appointment is necessary for accidents, ailments, or chronic conditions, as well as health services like sports physicals, flu shots, and health screenings. They accept most major health insurance plans, and they bill the insurance companies directly. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Med Park West.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so with 4:18 to go in the third quarter and a tie ball game here, 13-13, it doesn't appear that it's just cramps. They're out there trying to get him stretched out, but hydration, Robert.
Yeah, we've preached that all year long, and I heard Coach Lucas say that in one of the coaches' interviews and talking about, when you preach to these kids to hydrate throughout the week, that it's not hydrate 24 hours before the game, it's hydrate 3 or 4 days before the game.
Right, all week long. That's something that, we've talked about, and I know, talking to my son last year, that was one thing that we had to do is make sure that you were hydrated so you didn't have that kind of stuff. But I think he'll be okay. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But I'm telling you what, Briar Jumpers, their first offensive possession didn't look great.
No.
Defense stepped up, got a turnover, takes it down, scores. Second time out, held the Eagles to only one positive yard play, was in the backfield and get Barnhart down and stop things. And Grundy is up on his own 2 feet here. Looks like he's going to walk off under his own power, so hopefully
always
it works his cramps. Yeah. So the Briar Jumpers here after a big game by Kaya Sharon, going to be 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Looking to extend this, or to take the lead, not extend the lead, to take the lead to be great right here. And that's a great sign right there by that young man. That's number 16, Mason Moore from Lexington Christian, coming over to check on Kay Grundy. So that's good to see. Great sportsmanship.
So I listened to the coach's show, and they were talking about not sure if they'd had Simmons back, and I hadn't seen him play out here in the game. And just got a text from a buddy of mine that's listening at home, busting my chops about him playing this game. So, apparently my vision is I'm going to have to start wearing my glasses at these games because I have not seen him.
No, I saw him earlier. He wasn't dressed. So if Simmons is standing right there in front of us with his Letterman jacket on.
Oh.
Anyway, Jason Bruner gets the snap. He's up the middle. He makes a man miss, and he's all the way across the 40-yard line. Ball came out, but he was down on the ground. So they're going to give a first down to the Briar Jumpers right here. So that's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down. If the Simmons kid's playing,
hey, Corey, hush.
he's doing it with no equipment on.
Well, that's all right. Simmons does have a brother, so.
Yes, so, you've got Ben Simmons and you have Justin Simmons, both out here. And so the brother, I'm sure, may be out there. So 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers at the 40-yard line. Kaya takes the signal. He turns around and he fakes it off to both of them. He's going to keep it himself. He's got plenty of room. He's up to 20. He makes a move and gets down to the 20-yard line. It's going to be another first down. I think it's going to be just outside the red zone, Robert, but the Briar Jumpers are on the move.
Corey's still busting my chops. He said, "Those are lies, Staten. Those are lies." He doesn't think that you can read.
Okay. That's not too far from the truth.
I love you, Corey. Thanks for listening.
So 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers just outside of the red zone. And they're going to come out in the same formation they've been. They send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's got Bruner and Cam Moss in the backfield. Takes a snap. He rolls out to the right. He's looking to pass. He's got Tate Madden out there, and it just falls off his hands, goes through, goes incomplete. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
That pass was just a little bit high above Tate Madden's head. Still hit him in the hands. The first time that I think they've gone to him, maybe the second in the game. But it was a good call, pass play, because he was right there on the play.
So 2nd and 10 for the Briar Jumpers after incompletion. We do have the play clock working tonight, Robert, so that's a good thing to see. It's ticking down to about 15 seconds, and the Briar Jumpers are still in the huddle, though. So they're going to have to get things moving a little bit quicker as they break the huddle with 8 seconds.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll end up having to burn a timeout here, and you just don't want to.
No, he's going to get the snap off. He's going to hand it off to Cam Moss around the left side, and the Eagles this time are able to track him down before he can get out of the backfield. It's going to be a short loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. So they were hurrying to get out of the backfield or out of the huddle and just weren't able to get things going.
Yeah, I've got to slow the game down just a little bit. You still got plenty of time. You're at about the 22-yard line. Still a manageable first down here. I don't know what the distance that any of the kickers have to be able to do anything on the field goal range, but it makes me wonder at this point if they'll be, again, the clock's kicking down. Got to get a play off here.
Here we go with 3 seconds to go on the play clock. Kaya takes the snap, empty backfield. He rolls out to the right. He's looking. He throws it up. He's got, he had Carson Guthrie down there. Carson turned around, and it bounces off his hands again. It falls incomplete. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 12 for the Briar Jumpers. And I think they're going to have to go for it here.
I think so too, because the field position war, you're winning on defense on this second half so far, and you're 4th and 11, you're out of distance for a field goal. So if nothing else, you try to get the right call in, and if you run the clock down this far, take the time out and play for the play. Don't get any penalty right here.
They get out of the huddle a little bit quicker this time. There's still 10 seconds on the play clock, down to 5. Empty backfield. Kaya calls out the signal, takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's got some time, steps up, and he's just going to trip over the feet. They only brought 4 and dropped 7 in covers, but it was enough to get Kaya flustered, and it's going to come up with a sack. So the Eagles' defense stiffens, and they're going to turn the Briar Jumpers over on down.
Just when you thought momentum was going Somerset's way, that was not the play that you wanted. It's okay, though. The field position, is still in your favor at this point. The defense has got to continue to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, so defense needs to come out and have another big stand right here. Do not let the Eagles drive the ball down the field, put points on the board. We'll see. So they're going to start off with Brown in the backfield. Xavier Brown back there with Barnhart. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. He's going to take the snap, going to turn around. It's a stretch play off to Brown off the left side. He puts his foot in the ground, snaps back, and Dylan Keith. You got Dylan. Yeah, Dylan's there. Jace Bruner's there to wrap him up. And there's just no whole lot of room for him to go. He's going to pick up maybe 1.5, 2 yards on the play. So 2nd and 8. So they're doing a good job containing this young man in the second half.
Yeah, 2 hard yards, too. He's going to pay for that one. I'll tell you, the Somerset defense playing much more physical in this second half.
3 receivers right, 2 to the left. They got double coverage down here on Brown. Sends a man in motion. He's going to roll out to the right. Barnhart's looking to pass. He's got a man out there on the flat, and it bounces off his shoulder pad and falls incomplete. Pass intended for Xavier Brown out there on the right side. So, again, they're trying to get that ball in their playmaker's hand as much as they possibly can.
Tell me I'm wrong, because I don't mind to be wrong. The player can run side to side, but he can't advance, right, in motion.
Yes.
And every time that they've put anybody in motion, they've advanced half a yard every single time, and it's driving me bananas.
Yeah. So 3rd and 8 for the Eagles here. The Briar Jumpers defense have an opportunity here. Turner Realty Group, 3rd down, an opportunity for the Briar Jumpers defense to get off the field again. Barnhart's got 1 to the left and 3 receivers right. He takes the snap. He drops back. And there's going to flag play. So it's going to be a false start. So a big penalty. It's going to back the Eagles up for 3rd and about 13.
Possible.
3rd and 8, 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 13.
Yep.
So there's my Lexington math. So 1 minute and 26 seconds, and the clock is running in the 3rd quarter, and the ball game tied 13-13. Briar Jumpers looking to have a big stand right here. Barnhart has got 1 in the backfield at Selby. He takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking to throw. He's got time. He throws the ball across the middle, and it bounces off his hands. The intended receiver there was number 6. That's Darius Smith, and just bounces out of his hands. Throwing a little bit behind him, Robert. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles are going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, a little bit behind him, and he was going to get nailed once he caught the ball. So he was still been short, but it would been a short and doable, probably short 2 yards. So that's a big time defensive stance, and I love the way that the defense has kind of taken this game over at this point.
Yes. So Eagles back to punt. Grundy's back on the field. He's the snap is up. It's end over end. It's short, kind of off the side of his foot. It's going to hit at the 45-yard line and bounce right across. So Briar Jumpers are going to start their possession this time in Eagle territory at the 46-yard line.
It's been a long time since we've been able to say that one, too. All 2019 Honda Accords in stock, $1 over invoice. Honda Accord has received the Car and Drivers Magazine's 10 Best Car distinction for an unprecedented 33rd time. Check out our full line of Honda vehicles. Looking forward to our new dealership coming 2020, just south of Alton Blakely Ford. On the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, we have 58 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, and the score is still tied 13-13.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers to the left. Kaya's got Jace Bruner in the backfield with him in a shotgun formation. He's looking to pass. He drops straight back. He's got a man. He's got Carson Guthrie wide open at the 20-yard line, and that's going to be a big touchdown for the Briar Jumpers. Guthrie was uncovered, so a 46-yard touchdown from Kai Sharon to Carson Guthrie will give the Briar Jumpers the lead, 19-13 with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter.
We've had that a lot this game where all of a sudden there's a busted coverage on the LCA defense. So Somerset's figured something out, but we got some laundry on the field. So what are they going to call here? Celebration?
Well, yeah. So we have a dead ball after the touchdown. Touchdown counts. But we're going to have unsportsmanlike on the Briar Jumpers, and it will be enforced on the kickoff. So a little bit of celebration. I don't know if there was some talking going on or whatever happened there, but after the touchdown, unsportsmanlike, he's going to walk over to the sideline and talk to Coach Charles and give him an explanation. But it was after the touchdown. Gave the touchdown signal good. It will be enforced on the kickoff.
Did they call that on the defense? Because he pointed down this side of the field.
Yeah, he called it on us.
Oh.
So here's the kick. That is Tommy Wombles out on the field. So new place kicker, extra point. And so he's able to put it up and through. So the Briar Jumpers are able to extend their lead to 7. So with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter, the Briar Jumpers lead the Eagles 20-13.
Somerset Community College is your community college. We have the lowest tuition rates in the state, flexible class schedules, small class sizes, and quality education that is close to home. Choose from technical degrees from high-demand jobs or transfer degrees to 4-year institutions. We are the best choice for education and training. Whatever you need, we have it right here at SCC. Apply today at somerset.kctcs.edu. SCC, a real college with real people with real success. Again, repeating the scoreboard, it looks like we're at Somerset. I got to really lean to see the scoreboard.
I know, it's tough.
I know. And so on the Randall Interpret scoreboard with 50 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Somerset 20, LCA 13.
So exactly what the Briar Jumpers had to have happen. Defense has come out in the second half and tightened down. It's forced the Eagles into some bad plays, negative yardage plays. But this right here is not what we needed to have happen, though. So we're going to 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct is going to drop the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line where the Briar Jumpers are going to be forced to kick it off here. They've got Christian White. Sorry. Let me get my things here.
Poor
Daniel
Christian
Richardson.
White, you give him all kinds of credit.
I know. Daniel Richardson's back to kick. He's going to drive it deep this time. It's going to squib down right at about the 30. Number 2, there is going to be a return. And number 2 for the Eagles, that's Frankie Knight's going to pick it up and come across the 40-yard line when he gets slung down there by Gerard Smith. And I think it was number 11, Matt Shadowan on the tackle.
Good for Matt. Woo!
So the Briar
Love
Jumpers
calling his name.
need another defensive stand right here as the Eagles are going to take over on the 41.
Well, you didn't give up bad opening drive, kickoff yardage to the LCA team at this point. So you'll take it after a 15-yard penalty, but you sure would like to have given them the ball on the 25.
Heavy backfield, same formation. Looks like it's going to be Brown to the left, and it is. He's going to take the ball in a sweep, stretching it out, and missed tackles. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage. They did a great job of stringing it out. Mikey Garland set the edge and wasn't letting him get outside, but then a missed tackle right there. He squirts free for 10 yards, and he's going to get first down yardage on the play.
Yep, good crafty young running by the young man, and you can tell he's getting a little slower every time to stand up. I mean, he's still running on adrenaline at this point, but
they're in a hurry. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Brown. Jace Bruner trying to get up there and get him. He just can't get him up. Another broken tackle. He's going to get squirt free, and he's going to go in for an end zone. So 2 plays, and there's that electric offense from the Eagles, and it was missed tackles, and he squirts free. And just like that, 17 seconds to go, a 48-yard touchdown, and the Eagles have pulled it back within 1, 20-19.
I'm trying to figure out who it is on the opposite side. One of the Gilmore kids was a little slow to get up on that play. But, again, like you said, it's been a case of that all night long. They string the play out exactly like you want it, but it's missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle.
So after 3 great defensive stands by the defense.
It's 2 big plays of giving up their scoring on this game. So, I mean, they've got 2 scoring touchdowns, and one of them on 51 yards and one on 48, and both of them on the ground.
So as we're waiting here for the extra point, I don't know what the hesitation or what the pause here is in the game. Both teams are out there, and now they are finally going to start the play clock. And Andrew Dobbs is going to attempt the point after here, waiting on the snap. Ball's down, the kick is up, and it is plenty of leg, and it is good. So it's set. So we are tied again at 20. So back and forth game we talked about, Robert, that we may get. It's coming to fruition right now with 17 seconds to go on the Randall T. Turpin scoreboard, tied 20 all.
I can see Coach Swearigan, he's burning a little path on the sideline over here. He's not real happy with the way the tackling is. You know, they played really well up until that one play, but that's all it takes with the speed that this LCA team's got. Once you let him get to the outside, I mean, he's just going to be a load to take down. And you know, we've called his name a lot tonight. And number 20 for LCA, Xavier Brown. I mean, you give him a lane and it's over.
Yeah, and then you know the Briar Jumpers have not really been out of position. You know, you've nailed it on the head. It's missed tackles, broken tackles. You know, Brown kid, he's electrifying. He's got plenty of speed. They're trying to get him in space, and the Briar Jumpers have done a great job of setting the edge and trying to contain him, but they just can't get him on the ground. So the Eagles come off the sideline ready to kick it away. We've got Kay Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore back deep, standing at about the 10-yard line. Andrew Dobbs is going to put his foot. So, you know, the 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty that forced us to kick it out short gave them great field position, and 2 plays later they're on the scoreboard again. So you got to avoid those things.
Yeah, well, one thing that I can take away from this game on almost 3/4 of play here is that I still think right now, even as good as LCA has played, Somerset's still, in my opinion, just looking at them, the better team. They're just hurting themselves with play after play after play.
Shooting themselves in the foot. You're exactly right. So Dobbs is going to put his foot to it. He approaches the ball. He's going to kick it. It's a end over end, and I don't know who that was. I think it was 25. Looked like Jaden Gill. No, that's not Jaden. Who was that?
Can't tell. Is it 35?
Yeah, 35. So 35, Guy Bailey is just going to fall on it right there at the 35-yard line. So the Eagles early on were happy to kick the ball deep down there to Kay Grundy, but here in the last little bit, they've been content with just kicking the ball on the ground and keeping it short.
Yeah, Somerset's got to regroup, refocus, and get back to what it was, you know, what was working very well for them in the first of this second half. So again, don't get cute. Stay with what works.
Cam Austin and Jace Bruner in the backfield with Kaya. One receiver left, one receiver right. Kaya's going to just a quick pass here to Gilmore at the 40-yard line. He's going to take the ball. He's trying to spin away from it. He fights hard across the 45 for a first down, and that's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down. And just a quick stop play. Kaya raised up, threw it to him. Gain of 11 on the play, first down.
Yep, and that's as simple as the game's going to get right there. You take what this defense is going to give you, and that underneath route has been there a lot tonight. It was a good second effort by the young man to get just a few more extra yards and gain the first down.
So he stepped out of bounds. So with 8 seconds to go in the third quarter, we're going to have an opportunity here to run another play. He's got Tate and Madden split wide right, Kay Grundy split left, Jace and Cam in the backfield with him. Calls that a hard snap. Going to turn around and hand it off to Jace Bruner. He's up the middle. He's going to fall forward for a gain of about 3 on the play, and that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter where the Briar Jumpers and the Lexington Christian Eagles are tied 20 apiece.
Any sport, any season, sports physicals at Quick Care are only $25. Don't make an appointment. Don't pay for an office visit. Don't sit around the waiting room for an hour. Quick Care gets you in and out on the field for less. They're conveniently located right behind the hospital just off Bogle Street in Med Park West, and they're open late, 9 to 7 on weekdays, 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Quick Care serving Somerset and Pulaski County for over a decade. Again, on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, we are all tied up at 20. Somerset has the ball in the fourth quarter.
So we're getting set up for the firework finish that we all kind of expected between these two teams. They have went toe-to-toe all night long. The big plays by Lexington Christian, the big plays by Somerset Briar Jumpers. And it's not the 50-49 ball game that many expected, but we've still got a quarter to play and quick strike offenses. We may get there.
Yep, and we'll go back to the first quarter and that missed extra point. Right now, Somerset would still be leading 21-20. And I hope that that's not the difference in the game. I doubt it, but I hope that's not the difference in the game.
So the Briar Jumpers are going to start the fourth quarter here, second and a long 6, just short of midfield at the 49-yard line. As they break the huddle, they're going to send 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Kai is in the backfield. He's got Jace Bruner just off to his left in the shotgun formation. He calls a snap, calls the signals. He looks back. He's got Jace Bruner right up the middle. He lowers his shoulder and runs right over the safety for the Eagles. Jace just leaked out of the backfield, and there's that short intermediate passing game, Robert, that we talked about that the Briar Jumpers had to have some success, and that's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down.
Yeah, the middle of the field has been open a lot in this game, and it's not even just for big yardage, it's short yardage gains like that. And good on the young man again for lowering the shoulders and get across the line of the first down marker and achieve the first down by 2 yards.
1 receiver wide left and wide to the right. He's going to turn around. It's a little counter action. Cam Austin's got some room. He's across the 20, down to the 10. He's being jerked down and right up the middle all the way down to the 10-yard line. And that's another L&N Federal Credit Union first down for the Briar Jumpers. And that also puts them in the Rick Barker and Gobby Realty and Auction Red Zone. So big plays by both teams right now. Defense not to be found.
In the second half, I think Cam Austin's wanting to make a real strong push to get that player of the game because that kid has come out and played lights out in this second half.
So 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Wide receivers right and left. Jace Bruner and Cam Austin in the backfield. Going to fake it off to Cam. A counter play to Jace Bruner. He's down to about the 6, maybe to the 5-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 6-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Briar Jumpers at the 6.
Yep, I love the way the young man runs. I know I've said this over and over and over and over again, but when you're 6'3", 230, 235 pounds, and you can lower your shoulders and get that kind of yardage, that's just a hard, massive man to try to take down.
Same formation. Kay Grundy goes wide right, Gilmore wide left. Cam Austin and Jace Bruner in the backfield. Kai's going to try and hand it off to Jace, and he's going to go around the left side, and he's going to get in untouched. And the Briar Jumpers take the lead again with 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Briar Jumpers on top, 26-20.
It's become a shootout in the second half.
It sure has.
It was, 13-7 or 13-6 at half, and now Somerset's getting ready to take the lead. If they can get the extra point, be up 27-20. Come out and scored, looks like 20 points, already in this second half, and playing very, very well.
Tommy Wombles is going to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap, ball's down. Tommy kicks it, it's up, and it is good. And so the Briar Jumpers do extend that lead. So the big extra point there, Robert. And on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, Briar Jumpers have taken the lead.
Lake Cumberland Sports would like to offer a big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships Kentucky for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end of summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family Dealerships. They treat you like family. Again, on the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, you got 10 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. Somerset finds herself in the lead, 27-20.
So in what many thought would be the 2 best teams in 2A facing off tonight, state finals game that won't happen because of the way the district playoffs go. For those of you that are listening to us live, we do have the live feed up tonight, so if you can jump on to facebook.com and go to our Facebook and go to LakeCumberlandSports.com, you're able to watch live with us here as the Briar Jumpers try to secure a victory here against the Eagles.
Somerset defense has played very well. I like to give them a lot of credit, and as much as it feels like I've harped on them, again, it goes down to 2 big plays so far in this game. Is the only thing that's cost him.
It's going to kick it deep, and it's a live ball. He picks it up inside the 20-yard line, and the Briar Jumpers were able to get down there on coverage and stop him at the 20-yard line. Frankie Knight bobbled the kickoff just a little bit and able to let the Briar Jumpers kick coverage get down there. So great coverage, and the Eagles are going to be forced to start from their 20-yard line.
It's the worst field position they've had to start any drive so far
all
this evening.
Night. Yep, exactly right, Robert. So defense looking here to make a big stand. If they can get the Eagles off the field and make something happen here on offense, but there's a lot of time left, so we'll see what happens. The Eagles come off the sideline. They got 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They've got Darius Smith and Xavier Brown split wide. I'm sorry, Brown's in the backfield. He's going to fake, and it's mishandled in the backfield. He was going to try to hand it off to Xavier Brown and then pulled it out late. And Barnhart's able to fall on top of it, but it's a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Well, the last 2 plays that Barnhart's had has been a negative plays, and I was just talking about how he had a negative play since the beginning of the game, so maybe I've cursed him in the right direction.
So they're going to put Brown in the backfield behind Barnhart in the pistol formation, 2 receivers left. He's looking over the defense. He takes the snap. He's going to turn around and he's going to fake it to Brown. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got complete to the 35-yard line to Darius Smith. He's going to come across and he's going to pick up first down yardage. So Barnhart just looking to try to get the ball in these other playmakers' hands. And Darius Smith picks up about 14 on the play. The ball is going to come out across the 35 to about the 36, 37, 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a good pass play by the young man to make something out of nothing because I didn't look like there was any kind of space to be given that kind of yardage. And again, there's a couple missed tackles. They could have stopped that play for about 5 or 6 yards less.
Xavier Brown in the backfield with Barnhart. He takes the snap. He's going to turn around and hand it off. Here's that reverse play. It's a little flea flicker. He's got a man out there, but he's well covered. Well covered. Kay Grundy and Gilmore, Chaz Gilmore back here with him, but a little razzle-dazzle from the Eagles. Little reverse.
I don't want to call that home cooking. I think he might have actually crossed the line, but that was close. And Somerset played that very well. Don't get down on yourselves. Go out here and make the stop at this point.
Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Xavier Brown in the backfield behind Barnhart. You got a bunch trip formation to the left. Darius Smith wide left. Barnhart looks to the sideline, gets the play call, calls out the signals. Here's the snap. He's going to extracurricular activity. I don't know what we've got. Here comes another flag.
So it's going to be offsetting personal fouls probably.
I don't know if it's going to be offsetting or if it's going to be on one or not, but Briar Jumper's slow to get up.
Somebody took a shot a little bit
That's
afterwards, and I don't know if that was what led to the pushing and shoving or not, but could be.
Drew Johnson's slow to get up.
Yep.
Yeah, it is offsetting unsportsmanlike penalties on the Briar Jumpers, and he's rolling out wide left. He's got a man over there. It's Darius Smith. Run out of bounds at about the 10-yard line, so it is going to give them first down. And I don't know if it's going to be 1st and goal or going to be right outside the 10, Robert.
Quick score to give for all the listeners at home. Looks like right now it's Southwestern 26, South Laurel 14 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
So just outside of the 10, so it is going to give the Eagles an opportunity to pick up a first down inside the 1, right at the 11. So it's 1st and 10 with 6 minutes and 12 seconds to go. And I don't know why the clock is not – I guess he ran out of bounds. I'm sorry. He ran out of bounds. So clock is stopped with 6:12, 6 seconds to go on the play clock. Barnhart calls the signals. He's going to take the snap, turn around, fake it off to Brown, keep it himself off the left side, makes a man miss, but the Briar Jumpers are there. It's 3 on somebody. Kate Grundy rips the ball free. He's got the ball.
And they're not going to give it to him.
And they're not going to give it to him.
I'm really.
He ripped it right out of Barnhart's hands.
And they don't give it to him. Are they going to rule him down?
They ruled him down right there. Sure did. If forward motion has been stopped, I guess, and they're going to say he didn't have it. So 5:44 to go, 2nd and 8. They're going to give him a gain of about 2 on the play. Brown in the backfield. He's going to try and hand it off to him. He's off the right side, and looks like Jace Bruner is going to catch him right there at about the 6. So it's going to bring up another 3rd down for the Briar Jumpers. Another opportunity here to make a big stop and get off the field. Turner Realty Group 3rd down.
Yeah, they got to get it to the 1-yard line to be able to get a first down. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. So this is the big defensive stand that we talked about before the game, Robert, that the Briar Jumpers can force. It's a fake to Brown. He's rolling out right to the left. He's got a man in the end zone.
Was he out of bounds? He was out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Incomplete? Nope, they
Touchdown.
gave it to him. Pass completed to Vernon Hill out there, or was it Darius Smith? Was it 6 or 9? I think it was number 9. That was Vernon Hill who got out in the left end zone, and they're going to give him a touchdown. So the Eagles are able to come down and tie this thing up, or extra point away from tying this thing up. 5:04 to go in the 4th quarter. Briar Jumpers up 27-26. Dobbs is going to attempt the extra point. He's back, waiting on the snap. 6 seconds to go on the play clock. Here's the snap. It's down and it's up, and it is good. And so with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, we're tied 27-27, and it's everything that we expected, Robert.
Henderson Chiropractic committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their careful, helpful team strives for excellence through extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need and results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. Looking at the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, it's 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in regulation. Score is all tied up right now at 27-27.
We're looking down here on the sideline. We've got a couple of Briar jumpers banged up. I hate to see that because the last thing that you want to do is have a hard-fought game here, win or lose, but you lose some key players on the offensive and defensive side of the ball to injuries and come out of this game and not be healthy.
I'm not real sure what's going on with young Mr. Dylan Keith over here. Looks like they're taking his pads off. Nope, that's Kel Todd. Yeah. I'm hoping the young man's okay.
Trainer Steven Sims there taking a look at him. We've got Tate Madden over here with a little bugaboo going on too, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but hopefully those young men are okay. So Dobbs is going to place the ball down at the 40-yard line, and we've got Cade Grundy, Jaden Gilmore, and Cam Austin back deep for the Briar Jumpers, and I'll be curious to see if Dobbs kicks the ball deep this time or if he's going to kick it up deep, and Cam Austin is going to get an opportunity to return it. He takes the ball at the 10-yard line. He's running left, makes a man miss, and then he's hit right there at about the 22-yard line where the Briar Jumpers are going to take over with about 5 minutes to go on the clock. 4:59 exactly, 27-27. Looking to put some points on the board and put this game away.
Entrust Counseling is proud to offer psychiatry, counseling, case management, medication assistance, and family practice services all under one umbrella. Please call them at 676-0638 or check out their new website at entrust-healthcare.com to get services started today. You can also find them on Facebook.
So 1st and 10 for the Briar Jumpers here on the 21. You got two receivers to the right, two to the left. Jace Bruner in the backfield. Kai is looking down. He's got Cade Grundy down deep. And he's got him right at the 50-yard line across the 40, down to the 30. He makes a man miss. He spins, hops over. He's going to go all the way in for an 80-yard touchdown for the Briar Jumpers. So just like that, lightning strikes. Cade Grundy, Kai Sharon, 80-yard touchdown pass, and the Briar Jumpers extend their lead 33-27.
Woo! You didn't see that one coming, but wow. It was a great pass right on the numbers. Cade Grundy's got excellent hands, got excellent vision, was able to pull that ball in and maintain with two defenders on him. One defender missed, he had one to beat. One was wrapped around his legs, he was still able to twist out and make that score. What an unbelievable play.
Double coverage. Both of them let Cade sneak behind him. Kaya put it right on the money, and you're exactly right. Made two defenders miss and sneaks it in the end zone. So Tommy Womble's looking to put the extra point on the board to put the Briar Jumpers up 7. Snaps down, and it's up, and it is good. And the Briar Jumpers back on top, Robert. And I said we might not get to 50, but we're 34-27 with 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter.
At White's Cabinet, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it's their mission to provide reliable products and services. The courteous and professional team at White's Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the White's Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. On the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, it's 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the game. Somerset is now leading 34-27.
Whew. So as we get ready to kick this thing off, Daniel Richardson is going to put the ball down at the 40-yard line. Eagles are going to go back deep to return the kick. And I'm telling you, boys, it's got exciting here in the second half. We didn't have a whole lot of action in the first half, but the fireworks have came out, and we've gotten explosion here in the second half.
Yeah, and now you got 4 minutes, 45 seconds left to go in the game. The pressure now is all on the offense of LCA, but the defense has to rise to the occasion. You get a stand here, and I think the game is officially over.
Richardson kicks the ball off, and Darius Smith is going to pick it up, and he's wide around the left side. He's got some room. He's going to get run out of bounds, and here comes a flag, and they're going to get him for a late hit. And
but he wasn't out of bounds.
Well, from where I'm at, I don't know, but he was pushed, and they're going to give him an extra 15 yards here on a big return anyway across the 40 to the 42. And that's going to put the ball across midfield. So exactly what you didn't want to have happen is give the Eagles
great field
position. It is. Personal foul, late hit out of bounds. And that's going to put the ball all the way across the midfield up to about the 45 of the Briar Jumpers, I believe.
I see Coach Sharon down here lobbying for something back here in the backfield, and they're lobbying. It's just not working.
Yeah. So across the 45 to the 44 of the Briar Jumpers, Eagles going to have great field position to start this drive here, looking to put points on the board and tie this thing up. One receiver right, one receiver left. Heavy formation. Brown in the backfield with Barnhart. Barnhart's going to call the signals. He takes the snap, turns around, fakes it to Brown, keeps himself off the left side, looking for some room. He's tripped up. Gerard Brown there gets first man to get to him. Going to be a short gain on the play. 2nd and 9.
Boy, this game's going to make me have, like, indigestion out the wazoo. I love watching games like this, but, man, you know, when it's this tight, with this close to go in the game, and, you know, I'm proud of the effort in the second half. I just wish the first half would have matched this because, again, like I still believe this, Somerset is the better team.
Hand off to Brown around the right side, a little sweep. He's looking for some room. He makes a cut up. He's going to pick up about 6 on the play down to the 36-yard line. Gilmore and Gilmore there on the tackle, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 on the play. So that's going to be another Turner Realty Group 3rd down. Opportunity for the Briar Jumpers to get a stop right here, Robert.
Yeah, we need something, you know, to happen desperately. You know, something, a penalty, a botched snap, something to go in our favor right here.
Full house backfield. Barnhart sends the man in motion. It's going to be a sweep to the right. Turns around, fakes it off to Brown. He goes right up the middle. He's hit right there by Brown. It's going to be enough for the first down, I believe, though.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Look
signal
for
first down.
Signal first down. So the Eagles pick up the first down there and sneak it across into about the 33-yard line. So 3 minutes and 22 seconds and the clock running. Briar Jumpers lead by 7. Same formation. He's got 2 backs to the left of him. Brown and Selby back there. 1 receiver right and left. He takes the snap. Hands off to Selby. Selby goes up the middle. And it looks like Jace Bruner knocks him
down for short yardage.
Short yardage gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Eagles.
First time they've handed the ball off to that young man. It was a short yardage, but, you know, it keeps the clock moving, and that's what you want.
So Brown goes wide left, looking to try to get the ball in his hands right here, I'm sure. Barnhart's got Selby in the backfield with him. 3 receivers left. 1 to the right. He's looking for. Oh, he's got it.
Got it.
That's number 9, Vernon Hill, on a slant right up the middle, and the Eagles come right back, and they have struck again with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They pull within 1, and pending the extra point, we're going to be tied again.
Yeah, that was for about 32 yards on the pass play. It was a beautiful, you know, slant right down, you know, right on the outside of the middle of the field, and it was wide open. Nobody within 5 yards to try to make a play on that one.
Going to go for 2 here, Robert. They're going to try to win the game right here, or at least take a 2-point lead instead of taking the extra point. They've got 1 receiver right and 1 to the left. Brown in the backfield behind Barnhart. Barnhart's looking at his wristband. He's going to go under center, so a 2-point attempt here. We'll send the man in motion from left to right. He's going to fake it and run the option off the left side, and Barnhart's going to sneak in, and he is going to get in for the 2-point conversion. So with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go, they weren't ready to just go back and forth with the Briar Jumpers. The Eagles are going to take a 1-point lead and go up 35-34.
Magic Monograms has moved to 110 Creek Terrace, conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger. The place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. It's a back-and-forth game, and I think I've said this now, and this make it third time. Third time might as well be the charm. Comes back to that missed extra point right there at the beginning of the game. And I was hoping that it wouldn't come down to just that point.
Yep. But opportunity here. Script is flipped, okay? This game last year in the playoffs, the Briar Jumpers took the lead late.
Yeah, true.
The Eagles had an opportunity to go all the way down. The Briar Jumpers made a great goal line stand that put them in the state semifinals against a LCA team that went on, or not an LCA, but a Cal team, CAL, that went on to win the state championship last year. The Briar Jumpers have an opportunity right here to send the Eagle faithful home upset if the Briar Jumpers can go ahead and get a go-ahead score right here and go ahead and win the game. But they've got to get down the field and score somehow, some way. Extra field goal, touchdown. Got to put points on the board, trailing by 1.
Well, this game's going to make an old man out of me.
Dobbs is going to put the ball down at the 40-yard line. Got Kay Grundy, Cam Austin, and Jaden Gilmore back deep for the Briar Jumpers. Dobbs is ready to go. He approaches the ball. It's a kick deep. He's going to kick it to Cam Austin. Cam's going to come up and get it. He drops it, but he's able to recover it, pick it up, looking for some room, somewhere to go, and there's nowhere to go. And so if the Briar Jumpers are going to do something here, they're going to have to go about 85 yards to get there.
Well, one play 80 yards last time. I don't know if they can pull the quote-unquote rabbit out of the hat, no pun intended, but this would be the perfect time to do it. If you've got another good long pass play to connect with, I mean, now is the time. With 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go, Somerset finds herself trailing 35-34.
And the ball on the 15-yard line, so it's going to take everything that the Briar Jumpers have got. They're going to send Gilmore and Austin wide left. Got Mikey Garland in the backfield with Kaya. Kay Grundy split out wide right. He comes in motion right to the left, so it brings trips to the left side. Kaya looking to pass. He's under some pressure, and he's going to go down right there at the 11-yard line, so he's going to be sacked on the play, 2nd and down.
Well, it's going to take a little while for some of these pass plays to develop, and he was looking for something downfield. But, again, the line has played so well this second half that we just don't need him to fold right here in the last few minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, the Eagles are not bringing any extra pressure. They're just bringing 4 guys, dropping 7 back into coverage. They're trying to double up Cade. 2 safeties back deep. Guy takes a snap. He's back to pass. There's a flag on the play. I believe we've got procedure on the offense. So Falstaff's going to back them up 5 more yards. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 19 from inside the 10-yard line at the 9. So 1:39 to go in the game. The Briar Jumpers trail 35-34.
It's been this way all game long, where it's just been little bitty, it's attention to detail type plays has killed them off and on this whole game. And you still got time. It's 1:33 seconds left to go in the game, and really all you got to get is within field position or field goal position. I'm not sure what that yardage is.
And Kaya was looking for a little wheel route with Kay Grundy, and he never saw pressure come from the backside, and he's going to get brought down right at about the 3-yard line, which now it's going to bring up
3rd and a mile.
3rd and 19.
Well, that's probably
clock running.
Yeah, the only time of the game that you can't afford to have this kind of thing happen. You're under a minute to go in the game. At this point, you got to dial something up and make a play. 2
big plays they need here with 50 seconds to go in the game. Eagles running around all over the place. Kaya's empty backfield. He's looking to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket again. He's got a man across the middle field, and it's Kay Grundy, but it's underthrown, and it's going to bounce incomplete, and it's going to bring up 4th and 28 for the Briar Jumpers at the 3-yard line. There's not a whole lot you can do right here, but the Briar Jumpers are going to call a timeout, come talk about it, try to dial up something. So that's going to be a Toyota of Somerset timeout. And the Briar Jumpers definitely need some magic right here, Robert.
Yes, sir, they do. Yes, sir, they do. Yeah, it's been a long game, but, you like I say, you hate to come down to this. Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorship to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, the Heart Walk, local school programs, and so much more. Modern Systems, your neighbor and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name in security. Lake Cumberland Sports would like to thank Somerset Community College for sponsoring the offensive player of the game and Modern Systems for sponsoring the defensive player of the game. It's going to be hard to pick, even in a game like this.
Yeah, and it has been. I mean, there's been fireworks on both offensive sides of the ball. You know, defensively, the Briar Jumpers stepped up, but it's been big plays and missed tackles that's killed them. And you know, here an opportunity to win the ball game, the offense has sputtered and went backwards. So it's going to take a huge play for the Briar Jumpers, and the Eagles have got 5 guys standing back here at the first down marker, willing to give up anything underneath. 37 seconds to go. Cade goes in motion from right to left. Kai is looking up. He's going to throw it to Jaden Gilmore, and it's a little he's going to run out of bounds. He's not going to get it.
Not going to get it.
So
that'll be the ball game.
Eagles are going to be able to take a knee right here, Robert, and secure the victory. But I'm telling you, it's been a great game by both teams. 2 best teams, a 1-point decision. And I'm going to tell you, anybody that's watched this game and been here tonight is going to tell you that I feel like this is the 2 best teams in 2A.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see a lot of heads already hanging, a little bit of body language that you don't want to see on the sidelines for Somerset. The only thing that you really lost in this game is home field advantage. Okay, that's it. That means you probably will still get your first-round game at home, considering if you come out and you play and you beat Washington County and you go down and you beat Corbin. And if you still finish at 9-1 going into the postseason, that's a great record.
Great year.
Yeah.
Great
so,
year.
Again, all you're playing for right now is field position. You got to take this game and use it as momentum to come back to LCA in 5 weeks.
And Barnhart does take a knee, and the clock is going to continue running. That's going to be the end of it. 19 seconds and running, 35-34, and the Briar Jumpers are going to come up a little bit short on the stick. But I'm telling you what, it's, you know, after a 13-7 first half, fireworks came out in the second half. Both teams did exactly what they needed to do, and just going to fall just 1 point short. And you know, Lexington Christian decided, hey, this is the time we're at home. We're going to go for a 2-point conversion. We're either going to win or lose it right here.
Yeah, that was a gutsy call by the coaching staff at LCA. And this coaching staff at LCA, this team's going to make a lot of noise. And again, you know, we talked about this at the beginning of the game. It's a shame that these 2 teams have to face each other, assuming everybody wins out at this point. It's a shame that these 2 teams will have to face each other in the second round of the state playoffs, because, you know, I haven't seen Mayfield play. If there's people from Mayfield that happen to be tuned in or watching, they probably feel superior, and that's fine. They've won a lot of state championships, a very successful group, does a lot of things very, very well. However, Somerset's a force to be reckoned with, and the one thing that I think that they can take away from tonight's game is it's okay to lose one, but you got to understand that you beat yourself almost. You know, it was the missed extra point. I've said that 5 times. I probably ought to quit beating that dead horse. But in the first half, I mean, it was just it was, you know, they were down 7.5 or 6.5, 7.5.
Yeah. And
that also is the difference of the game. Big plays, defensive big plays, missed tackles. It's just some fundamental things that they got to fix, and they'll have a lot of game tape to take back from this one. The coaches can sit down and break down the film and see what went right and what went wrong, and you will learn more from this game than you will learn from probably any game that you have played at this point in the season.
Yeah, and I said it a little bit earlier, the biggest concern for me is not the loss. Like you said, you know, losses happen, how you recover from them, what you do, and grow from there. You know, every good team has a tough, close game, possibly lose it, come out on victory. But the injuries mounting up for the Briar Jumpers right